It's so gross. Oh. Zoom in and pause the playback. Okay. We're doing this. We're doing one click inwards. Boom. Alright. Alright. Alright, great. I need to get around to making the character look pretty, man. He looks like a gross old man. He needs to look like Krieg. We might do that today. Also, his eyes look kind of weird. Do they look weird? Hey guys, what's good? What's good, my dudes? Also, I would like to apologize on being specifically 1 minute late. 3 minutes at this point. Disgusting, horrible. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report that we have consistency and we have places that we're aiming. Is good. With the build, and I'm finally in a place where I think we can actually play with it, which is fun. Because last time I'm like, I just want to make sure I know what I'm investing in is gonna basically have value. But because I'm trying to not, I think we may need to change the lo-fi. It's just giving me fucking anxiety. Sorry, it's just like I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is good. No, we can get into this maybe. Oh no, all right, hit me with this. Okay. Alright. I'm getting this. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, what was I saying? Nothing. Nothing has happened. This whole day I was spent testing again. Just more MacGyver testing. And dude, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea how there's always this deep-seated, how do I put it? There's this deep-seated fear. Let's zoom in here with me. Hey, what's good? There's always this like deep-seated like when I hear that another person who is like incredibly known within the community is working on a melee build at the same time, and I'm just like, I'm about to get my ass beat. Okay, and luckily, as I usually do, and it's also cool how people solve problems, because the way I solve problems with the melee was by like, instead of algorithmically mathing out a process of detonation that basically culminated in like a one-shot hit, essentially. My way was far more freakish and just not better or worse, but just kind of a nightmare in itself. Also, we kneecapped ourselves with Reaper of Bones, which is doing a lot. It's like fucking like anchors, okay? Not great. Anyways, but what we're essentially doing is we're using, it could be anything. It could be guns, it could be spells. We're using pixies just because I have them on hands, but you could use guns with wings. There's also a certain, yeah, and maybe that actually was better. I know there's a shotgun that has like multiple pellets that's also counting as like gun damage or something like that, or yeah, that we could chuck out. Because all we're doing, our pixies are basically doing nothing besides healing us a little bit and providing us to detonate Executioner's Blade, which will scale up our melee. So anything that can output a lot of bullets fast can detonate Executioner's Blade and constantly keep triggering that thing, also giving us ranged damage. And also we're more of a death by 1,000 cuts type situation, which is not better again or worse, but it is different, which I'm happy that we didn't just, yeah. It's a little bit of built-in fear in my head where I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to sit there and be in this weird, like, okay, I mean, I did it's, yeah, my gear maybe, I'd have to basically give you guys like 5 different melee weapons in order for me not to feel like shit, or just like I'm being redundant. But yeah, but let me show you guys the damage. Basically we're using pixies as just a detonation source. I'm making people 2 options just because I don't want people to be like, oh, it's the pixie guy again, and I'm like, fucking kill me. Okay, so I'm making them like a shotgun that's guns with wings, because it really doesn't matter, although pixies are nice because they benefit from spell damage and that can also be healing. But we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, and we're gonna activate this, and he's gonna probably nuke my shield. He didn't, never mind, he's a bastard. Well, this would have went better if he would have nuked my shield. Alright, don't look at me. Alright, we're gonna stack up that damage and he's gonna get nuked down in a couple seconds. Alright, it's a building process, and he gets the blitzkrieg. We can walk away. We can walk away, alright? If he would have taken down the shield faster, it would have been fine. Okay, god damn you. Also, one of the things that I'm happy about is with the mobbing. So with our mobbing, because we are using guns with wings, and again, essentially we're mainly just super putting pressure on Excalibur's blade, or Executioner's blade, the little dagger ghost blades, like fling. They're really hard to see. We're basically just doing that. In fact, if we go to the old church, Murder Church. Also, what is good, Josh? What is good, Lone Syndicate? How are my boys doing today? All right, I'm gonna drink some energy drink, even though I'm already feeling like I'm bouncing off the walls. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's when we're actually just hanging out and doing this. We activate this. We can activate this if we want. The spell, honestly, I'm kind of debating on what we should do, because this is nice, but yeah, like we're basically just using our pixies as a detonation for Executioner's blade, and then we can get in close like that. We also have a great deal of survivability because we're always healing, unless something like that happens. What the fuck was that? It just dropped me in 2 seconds. What was that? Build this status, and then when we get back, we're gonna do this. But yeah, I'm wondering if we should, yeah, because I'm kind of debating on what kind of spell we should have. Part of me wants just to have a spell that just detonates anything fast, but I don't know. But yeah, when eventually we start stacking up, eventually Executioner blades are gonna hit that person and knock them dead. Oh, also one thing I'm not doing is shooting. But yeah, and also a part of me with the build is like I'm trying to see if I can avoid certain things that everybody uses, not because I'm trying to be it. See, that guy died. I don't even know how, but he died. Again, Executioner blade hit him, but I'm trying not to use the things that like we could use to just make things messy, but we could just use a Buffmeister and just wreck in 2 seconds, you know? But he's trying to hold back a little bit. Also, we could just use this. We don't have to, like, again, this one weapon that Moxie pointed out in his video a couple days ago is brilliant. You lower the magazine. This is the thing I think we're going to use for bossing specifically. Although I do really hate the weapon that everyone seems to use all too much. Also, it's this. Let's do this. I'm gonna start meleeing. But also the coolest thing about Executioner's blade is that like right now you guys may be like, GRINN, it's taking you like a couple hits to kill an enemy, but then on occasion they'll explode like that. Well, this is a bad example because there's a bunch of flying enemies, but if we threw a bunch of our pixies there, or if we shot our gun, we would be able to detonate Executioner's blade and get to the ranged enemies. But one thing that's also great, also I didn't mean to reload there, it's just a habit. Also we have immunity right now, it's fine. But let's do this. Yeah, see now we're ramping up quite a bit, which is nice. But the other thing is we're also doing blood damage, so we're healing a great deal, and we're also like nuking people down like this. So when you start gaining momentum, it starts getting nutty. Granted, that is this weapon, although if we weren't using this weapon, it'd be the same instance. Let's reload that so we can show better the pixies. But what was I trying to say with the things? It was with the pixies. I don't know what it was. Shit. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be grinding the Chaos Chambers because the gear that I'm rocking is currently not crazy, and I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I think I was talking about something like I wanted to, like doing something different, like essentially like not trying to utilize what everyone else is using, not because it's bad, but just because we're trying to be. Oh, also we don't have that on. Let's slap. It doesn't really matter. All damage dealt. Let's do that one. And also let's go with, what is the other one? Oh yeah, so my class mod I think is good because we're essentially getting 50% damage, but people make a good point in pointing out that you can have this effect without having to use a class mod with it, essentially. So you can use like a bazooka is what usually people use to soak a boss, which is really the only enemy that you don't one-shot almost. So you just soak a boss whenever you see them, and then of course you melee hit them, and that's going to nuke them down in 2 seconds anyway. But yeah, so then I'm wondering, should we go for even more survivability and go with this one? I don't know. But regardless, what I do want though, and this is a big ask, but I want to get something without Rampage on it. So we have this skill, which is great. But Rampage is basically just like a critical hit stack bot, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's just I don't love it. I want something else like there's another thing like Warrior, I think, that builds just like resistance and damage, which honestly we could use. I would rather have more survivability, especially if you're sitting there chunking away. But yeah. Anyway, Josh says, hey, GRINN, how's it going? Love your build videos, bro. Keep up the good work. I'll do my best, Josh. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much. Lone Syndicate says, my question, GRINN, why don't you invest any points into Arsenal in the combo tree? This one, Because for me, what we're kind of benefiting from is the melee damage here. So a lot of the points are kind of in demand there because the melee damage coupled with the attack melee speed is pretty good. And also we're casting spells, so that kind of just sequences pretty well there. And then of course we have status effect damage and duration, which the reason why that's relevant is because when you get this perk, we're basically able to detonate status effects onto an enemy and we're able to spread them around. And also whenever the enemy has multiple status effects on them, they take more damage from all sources. So that means our melee damage, that means our fire or our cryo damage, that means our blood damage happening from Reaper of Bones. So all of these are contributing with the damage amp of having multiple statuses on an enemy, and that's why, because basically there's like I could put points in here, but I find that unless this has something that's going on that I don't know about it, but we don't really need spell damage, we don't really need gun damage. We're mainly here for the status weirdness, which also kind of, to me, reminiscent of Krieg's tree, which is his fire tree was so elemental, essentially. And we're kind of able to do that, except we're kind of able to do that with all skill trees. Granted, I will say, this is proven to be kind of a weird one, where it's good, but like multiple times throughout this build, if Reaper of Bones wasn't so akin to Krieg going fucking berserk, then I would probably jump ship immediately, but I made a point to like use Reaper of Bones. And granted, there still might be hope. I just don't know if it's worth going through all the crazy effort, because right now we're basically, since we went with stabbomancer, we're not limited by cryo anymore. Granted, a lot of my gear is cryo. So if we were to go like dark magic, if I get a version of this that's dark magic and has good stats, then we might just be like, okay, well, fuck it, we're gonna shift over to dark magic scaling, because basically our melee damage scaling is weird. Granted, I need to do a lot of testing on this. I don't know a lot about Executioner's Blade yet. I feel like Executioner's Blade, I don't know how it's doing things. All I know is, again, and this is me just being flawed, but the way I've always tested things is by like seeing a potential path in front of me, like, okay, I think these are generally could work together. Let's see if it works together generally. Just like chuck a bunch of shit that I think sequences, and then see. And if there's anything that's happening, good. If there's nothing that's happening, not worth going down. So then we go to another avenue. Like I originally spec'd ourselves heavily for Blizzard. And you guys even seen that live yesterday, in yesterday's stream, where I was sitting there like we were testing things, and I was like, maybe Stabbomancer, maybe I'm coming at this with a whole wrong take, because I really didn't like the detonation latency of, like the inconsistency of that Blizzard spell, because I felt like it nuked things and then it didn't do nothing. Which is frustrating for me. So I was like, I don't like that, and also I don't even really know what's happening. It's like, I get it, but it's not something that I can, like, I feel like I'm enjoying stacking on top of, if that makes any sense. It feels like I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and sometimes the basket just doesn't detonate, and that feels super unrewarding. So I was like, okay, let's go down this one. Let's go try Stabbomancer, and we did it, and I was able to start to see, oh, okay, things can sequence and stack. And it's funny because Executioner's Blade somewhat, to me, perfectly correlate with Krieg's elemental capstone skill tree, where you basically were like chucking fireballs off of your like torn up body, essentially, because every time you took damage and you were on fire, you could chuck a fireball, which these are kind of just super amped ranged damage, which is nice. But the reason why I say I need to test this more is that I don't know if Executioner's Blade is sequencing this. I mean, it should. It says it deals 100% melee damage, but does that mean that it counts as melee? Ethereal Blade deals melee damage of the equipment, weapon, but I don't know if that applies the status effect when you hit. Regardless, it doesn't really matter, because eventually you're going to hit like a boss, and you're going to stack all those elements just by hitting this and melt him. But yeah, also super shout out to like such a cool skill, like the fact that it's detonated by gun damage and spell critical. It's a little weird that it's not detonated by fucking melee attacks, but sure. But it's fine when there's something like pixies or something like that, where you can chuck them in the air and they just kind of start detonating a heavy amount of that. Although I do think if I can get a shotgun, because we're not basically, pixies and guns with wings are only valuable because they can do a lot of impacts and potentially crit, and every time they crit, out of like the 10 times that they can do that, has a chance of detonating a blade, which therefore scales with our melee damage, which we're buffing a ton. So you can use like a level 1 shotgun, guns with wings, pixies, whatever, that is shooting 10 pellets, and every time it shoots pellet, it has a chance of one of those 10 pellets critting, or 5 of those pellets critting, and then whoosh, you just summon like 5 ghost blades. So yeah, but that's the the craziness happen. Let's go mess around with the one thing. And also, guys, by the way, I haven't actually tested it. I tested it in a lot of the other circumstances, but I'm actually curious to see how it handles the curses in the chaos chambers. How much we can handle before we start to very much see the breaking point. So I hope you guys won't judge the build too harshly yet, because I still don't. Yeah, like the chaos, usually the stuff I like to do in my time, because I worry that someone might see the build in here and be like, I'm not sure if I'm into it, Grin, anymore. And I'm like, oh, but man, give me a minute. I need to patch the holes. I need to see where there starts to be a clear opening, and like, oh, we're going down a lot. Is there a shield or something I can make use of to help us not have that kind of thing? But without further ado, let us get to it. Let's get to the Chaos Chambers and start moving through these. We're on the lookout for a melee weapon and potentially a class mod. Stabomancer, Graveborn mix that is basically converts damage to dark magic, because that's the only other sequence that I think I might want to try. Granted, I kind of like the simplicity of the build right now, where it just kind of works. Like this, you just do anything and you apply a shock, because every time we crit, there's a 25% chance for us to detonate a wet status on the enemy, which is like a cool little Nova, which is nice. And also, because we're using any weapon that fires multiple times, I think I'll replace my pixies with a shotgun variant, that kind of thing. In fact, if anybody has it doesn't even have to be good, it just needs to have a high pellet count and be in the form of guns with wings or pixies. And yeah, if anyone has any weapon that's like that, I would love if you could give it to me. I'd appreciate that immensely, because we're just looking for a stat stick that can detonate ghost blades essentially. But is there anything that I would? Oh, if it happened to be dark magic, that'd be like the icing on the cake, because then it would heal me. So that would be a stat stick that also happens to heal you. But that's just me being a little gluttonous. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to take the change and put that one there. Although I do need to spend some time and make my character look pretty, because he looks like a old man and shit. Not great. Let's do it. Lone Singlet says, I'm doing good. Work went by kind of. I'm doing good. Work went by kind of slow today, but overall, all right. I've also got a mobile game that I just started playing, even though I downloaded like 2 years ago. That's weird. That's real weird. You know what? Sorry, this reminded me of this Lone Syndicate. You know that I've always heard like people meme on the idea of like that kid who used to come up to people and like communicate with them by asking like, what kind of apps do you have on your phone? And I cringe so hard, because I have memories within my brain that whenever I think of like an app on my phone, I did that. I was that kid who was like, I'm socially awkward, I don't know how to communicate. Hi, what kind of apps do you have on your phone? I did that, and I eternally die inside horribly. But yes, how is the game? And also, what is the game? What's it about? Lone Singer says he wants to come in here. Hell yes. Boom. Invite. Little Savage says, hey Grin, hope you're having a good day so far. Just tuning in. Little Savage, always just an absolute delight to see, buddy. How's your day been? Yeah, my day, don't worry about it. It's just same old, you know what I mean? What's good, Tyrell? Tyrell says, hey, what's good, Tyrell? Josh says, doing good. Trying to farm gear from the Pixie build. I'm getting wrecked by the Volcaner in the Chaos Chambers. Ooh, okay. Hey, Josh, if you tune in on Sunday's stream, I'll be able to drop you some cool pixies. I got a Primordial Cryo one, and I got you a Dark Magic one. That one's volatile though. But yes, if you tune in that stream, I could drop it for you. You just send me a friend request, and I'll just drop it in your game. Granted, I understand some people like to hunt. I'm just saying. Just saying. People have patience with me, with me sitting here streaming. And if you're patient with me into a Sunday, then I can maybe do that. Are we ready, Lone Syndicate? Let's do it. Who? Oh man. What's good, Aggro? Aggro says getting closer. Yeah, huh? You're getting so close, dude. I'm okay, Aggro. We're so close. My melee build. It's a whole thing, man. Also, how did it turn out for you? I imagine now you uploaded the thing. I popped it into your stream once just to see what was going on, and it was amazing, man. You did great. Yeah. Also, it's cool. You were using the what do you call it? The one that like just pops, the Graveborn's capstone that just kind of pops. Also, it is. Get out of my way. Run. Also, we're actually weirdly using the one class mod, the water class mod. I never would have thought. Also, well, we might not use that because we might need more survivability, so we might need the other thing. Like right there. We got pretty dead pretty quick. Run! Did I put that there? I did. Come here, you son of a bitch. Give me this. I think I picked up some trash. God damn you. This. Let's use this. You took my damn immunity, you son of a bitch. This. Oh! This. Aggro says, hey bud, I'm sorry I haven't been around. No, it's all good, Aggro. I would just appreciate having you, buddy. Yeah, you're always nothing but a delight. Also, you've helped the community and myself too much. Rend the... Oh, no, we want to buff buddies. That might be pain. I don't know how easy it's going to be to hit some out of the sky. That guy can be pain. Eesh. But what's good, Ronald? Ronald says, what's up, Grin? What's good, Ronald? How you doing? Aggro says, hey, oh wait, buddy, I'll send you a pic in a sec of what happened. Never got it updated. You will see. Ooh, okay. Wait, what? Sorry, I'll send you a pic in a second of what happened. What does that mean? Okay. Eesh, I don't know. Okay, it sounds ominous. Ominous. I'm looking forward for the primordial shield for your Krieg build if you haven't found it. Oh, really? Wait, a primordial, which one? Yeah, we got a lot of shield. The shield thing is not, to me, the thing that we're hunting for right now. Right now, I didn't mean to reload. I just need to break my thing real quick. We'll do this. Heal up, Krieg. Thank you so much. I hear Krieg screaming in my head, and it sounds like a beautiful sonnet. Anyways. What do you call it? The one thing that we need right now, I think I want to test is a blood weapon, essentially, a blood melee weapon. Because right now, when ranged enemies are around, we just use well, any kind of gun or melee or spell detonating thing. Pixies are kind of nice because they count as spell damage, which can heal us extra, just in case we don't happen to find one that has an element on it, you know. But yes. Excuse me, sir. I did, okay. Don't know what happened there. Also, what? Yeah. What is rocking me right now? We get like reflection on or something? Or is it a buff buddy situation? I don't know. We'll do this. We also could use the other one. Yeah. Maybe it's best to use the other one instead. The one that's just a buff thing that's going to increase spell damage too. That also might help our pixies with just a little bit more range. Give ourselves a little more range damage. This, even though I'm reluctant to use melee or like magic scaling so much, because yeah, this. I feel like we're not gonna, with the melee builds. Also, Jesus Christ, someone's wrecking me. Someone's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, man, I wish they explained the dark magic thing. Because dark magic, like you're healing, and then you'll just stop. And it's not like I haven't been outputting like an absolutely astronomical amount of like dark magic damage, right? So I don't know what that is, but let's equip the other one. This melee damage on top of all that, hell yeah. Bad egg, blood melee, but yeah, that one, yeah, no, but I think we already have, cause that one I don't know if you require, what do you call it? I think that's the one we have on, not right now, and I don't know if you're probably right. The blood damage is probably good, but I'm not sure. Well, I guess it's 60% damage, but it's the 70% reduction and the 100% damage gain, which is kind of nutty, you know. But we already got I got the other bad eggs that you already got me, and also I don't know if the bad egg being primordial would be better, because we want the shield to be away anyway, right? But the only thing that to me I'm looking out for is one of these swords. It's the one that can summon with two rampage, two basically passive effects, because all the other swords kind of suck. At least all the fast swords suck. Let us get a workplace hazard and see what we're doing. All right, this. Ronald says, you think blood will work better than cryo melee? Maybe. The thing is, like, worst case scenario, I could always use the Buffmeister or the other spell that I have on to kind of act as my cryo catalyst, to give yourself the detonation of freeze. That way we could benefit though from the power of a dark magic being amped. Also, damn it, just, I think, no, we're fine. We're getting our health back. Yeah, there we go. We got a lot of healing with this build, but it still doesn't change the fact that at 35, things just drop you for no reason. And you're like, Jesus Christ, what happened? I was a god a minute ago. Like right there. Yeah, well, in the sea of all that damage. Pain. Also, man, aggro, a part of me thinks I might want to make a whiny ass video because I also, stop it. God damn you. Let's do this. I want to make a whiny video, I think, talking about just the insanity of one of the legendary weapons just being completely reductive of what it's supposed to be. But it's the one that basically gives you, let's do this. We might get down, it's fine. I have to activate my spell. Man, there's such a big latency thing within melee when you're activating spells. It's very frustrating. That's a ghost blade. It's not doing anything. Just do this. Oh, we wasted our ult. But yeah, there's like the ranged melee thread weapon, the one that like releases like a thread of like wind essentially when you attack with it. That one's a single-handed weapon, which means your character will auto push and auto pull himself towards the enemy. So it's a ranged gimmick legendary that forces you to be point blank. Like you can try to run back as much as you can, it doesn't matter. Your character will still run at the enemy like a moron, and you're like, well, what the fuck is happening? Blood melee weapon. Yeah, I think this one can come with blood. Maybe I gotta double check. Maybe I'm chasing a false idol. Stay back. That's dangerous. But let's take it. We're trying to break it a little bit. That's bad. Close range enemies attach a damage threat to you that will just start chewing you up. Pain. Yeah, also, we're doing, yeah, I think dark magic has like a breaking point to where like it breaks for a few seconds, even though you should constantly be taking up that healing, which is annoying because there's other ways to get like a stupid amount of health that don't require you to invest so hard into Reaper of Bones and all these other healing facets. If that makes any sense. But yeah, Ronald says, oh, you think we'll go with cryo? Aggro says, so twin soul sword with dark damage. I think so. I think that's that's the one thing that I think we're gonna try to go for. But mind you, that's the thing, Aggro. This seems like a long thing because also what is happening? What did you do? What did you do? What is your problem? What is your problem? You blew up a barrel, didn't you? God damn you! Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, with the twin soul, you also want to get good like passive modifiers. So that's the other thing that makes me want to switch. Is there's one thing called Rampage on there, which increases your critical chance essentially, which probably is good, but I don't think it's as good as Warrior, which gives you resistance and whatnot. Caustic though, that's awesome. That one gives you status, which is what we're passively doing a lot of. So yeah. Josh says, sounds good if I'm able to be home on Sunday. My problem is playing on balance. I have a decent cryo and dark magic, but the fire is wrecking me a hardcore on balance. Yeah, man. Yeah, the dots are insane. Like again, the fact that we like with the build you're currently seeing, we have an insane amount of survivability. But still, it doesn't matter. Like when you're point blank, like pushing into an enemy, they just wreck you. I think, yeah, I don't know. And I think there's ways to kind of gamify it, but not within the like limitation of Reaper of Bones, which is also trying to kill you in some ways. But yeah. Yeah, see, there's stuff like that, which I have no idea what just downed me. Also, I thought we had certain things on. Oh, it might be the tether that's downing me. So we might have to play a different thing with this. We're basically playing like a weird range, like Executioner's Blade thing, which I actually think that, well, no, see, we're able to tank that. So yeah, I think there's just some weird spaghetti code stuff that sometimes happens. Granted, we're really weak right here. But if we activate our spell, no, now we're about to die again. It's silly, man. Yeah. Granted, we have that tether thing on, but still. And again, if we keep mailing, usually our Executioner Blade will just attack somebody and get a pop off. So yeah. But anyways, we had Reaper of Bones active and we still got dropped, despite you're supposed to have 5 seconds of vulnerability when you do certain things. Granted, did we just get dropped? Yeah, we did. So we died in like a second. So our Reaper of Bones just got gone. So it's also the problem with Reaper of Bones. And granted, we have a shit ton of survivability. Like we have almost all the skills that can give you health in our Reaper of Bones tree, because that's kind of what we're only there for. We're gonna do this, stack up some damage, and then melee. But that did nothing, or at least it didn't contact. That's the other thing that's weird. Sometimes melee doesn't register, which is why to me, like, I was like, oh, there's a melee weapon that's ranged. Also, I keep fucking landing in some dumb bullshit. Hopefully we'll get something to be detonated. Come on, man, fuck. Yeah, it's weird because like we'll do so much damage in a burst, and then we'll just hit a wall, and I don't know if something's not proccing or what. But yeah, frustrating. But anyways, was I saying something about? I don't know, something about Excalibur's blade or something? I don't know what it was. Maybe it's that we did like so much base damage. Yeah, and I think it's that tether that's ripping us up, which I kind of had a feeling would be. But if we throw a bunch of these. Yeah, damn. Come on, anything. That's annoying. But also, like, yeah, I don't even think there's, like, what instances were we affected by the tether as much, you know? Oh, we burned up all of our things there. Nice. Great. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know. To me, like, again, that's the thing that's frustrating, is that, like, Reaper of Bones is giving us a shit ton of life leech, a ton of dark magic on every single damage source we're doing, and we're doing a ton of damage outputs. And we do heal, but there's a time where, like, healing just says, nah. And it's like, what? There's 1,000 other skills that just give you a chunk of health. So the fact that dark magic has a cap, it seems like, on it is ridiculous. Also, we have this, which gives us efficiency. We also have, whenever we cast a spell, we have built-in healing as well. So it just seems silly. But, you know, pain. Also, we have hydras that are doing dark magic and giving us that. We also have dark magic on this. We also have dark magic on this, which is double dipping into our pixies, which should give us a stupid amount of healing, which it does. But then there's the status link that just drops you in 2 seconds. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems a bit silly. But yeah, let's run it again, I guess. Zero says you're better off using the shadow if you're about the melee. Yeah, no, you are. No, you absolutely are, Zero. But that's the thing. We're not doing that. We've limited ourselves by making a Krieg build, and I actually, again, our build works quite well in some instances, but it oftentimes feels like something within the code breaks. And maybe it's because our I don't know, we should be healing like a ton. That's the thing that's weird. And sometimes we are. It's just sometimes there's a gap in like combat where like an enemy gets killed in 2 seconds, like you're seeing. And even the boss, the same thing happens. And of course we could use this, which is also really good. But yeah, we're also gonna do this. We could get down here, it's fine. We're just gonna stack up some damage. Let's grab this. Playing an objective. But yeah, we were trying to make a Krieg build, so we're using Reaper of Bones, so that's our kind of limitation. Granted, again, there's so many, I wouldn't even say stealth is good. I would say there's like significantly other abilities too, but I know stealth is just kind of fixes one of the problems with melee, which is, hey, what if enemies just didn't attack us all together? So we can kind of have our cake and eat it too. Also, I didn't mean to reload, dude. Not cool. But yeah, no, this is not a symptom of bad design. This is a choice of bad design. All right, let's be careful with the ones we can pick up. I got you. Let's grab Buff Buddy seemed like actually pretty shitty. Maybe not. Yeah. Unfortunately, like the other one, it's not that we don't have as much survivability built into our just spells. So as long as we can keep casting and keep healing. This one should have exponentially more than that, because we have a lot of spells and that. It's just something with, there's a lot, it's in the melee realm that's just incredibly underdeveloped. Like, if you look at the insane variability of spells and all of their, like, prefixes and etc. Then you look at melee weapons and you're like, what? What happened? What happened with you? Sound says, is crossplay fixed between PC and console yet? I mean, it works and it doesn't. I guess that's always how it's been. Maybe it's been improved. I don't know. Lone Syndicate says, I do no damage, so it's all you. Yeah, I'm not. This is not like the other build I had, Lone Syndicate, where it was like everything was perfectly patched almost, you know? Like we fed into a we again the limitation of using Graveborn and not just doing what everybody else has done, which is basically use Stabmancer and Berserker, which are just some of the best scaling damage classes ever, you know. It's proven to be a thing, but granted, again, it's not like we're not melting things usually. As soon as we touch them, we're usually able to annihilate them. It's just the only problem I'm having right now is the health thing. I sometimes feel like we're a little squishy despite us having, you know, Reaper of Bones, which is otherwise, we have a ton of healing, all these things, you know. And for the odd chance when we have to be pretty ranged and whatnot, what do you call it? We can, with the fact that we're using Executioner's Blade to scale up our melee, and we can hit you once and we'll get back up. Yeah. I wish you could melee as soon as you take a knee. So when you stay in there, I don't know if it's worth. I don't know if melee people can really play to all these other things. Yeah, like, you know, like when you're supposed to stay in this area, but there's like flying enemies 2 feet back. You're like, what? Man, yeah. We should have enough healing. This thing is pissing me off. Are we going down? Great. Yeah, Lone Snake. I don't know if I don't know if I have enough. If you need something, I could switch to my spell shot, because I don't think we have enough damage to scale up based on 2. With me, at least. Yeah. Granted, I guess we could change some things around before we throw in the towel. I could throw on the highest scaling melee weapon in the game. I find it less fun. The melee weapon. Yeah, see, like, if I would be fine with that damage, just for whatever reason, with all the dark magic damage we're doing, we're not gaining any healing. I don't know what that is. Yeah, and then there's that. So, like, what is our damage coming? Because our damage should be decent, but now it's trash. I'm not sure if it's because we're not spawning an Executioner's Blade, or what. We'll need to do more testing, I suppose, but yeah. Josh says, sounds good if he's home that day. Blah, blah, blah. Also, Lonesigan says, it's date, I live, gotcha game. Oh, I see. Weird. I didn't even know they made that. For it and everything, and I'm just getting to it. I don't even know. It was a gotcha. It was a gotcha game till I played. Ronald says, can I join? I mean, what do you call it? Lone Stig, you want to join back? Maybe Ronald can carry us a little bit. Granted, yeah, I don't, like, again, that's the thing, it's frustrating, is like, yeah, mind you, yeah, let me, before anyone joins, I just want to see, this is not like an actual run, I just want to see, is it the scaling, or is it like, because the one thing that's not making sense to me is why I'm not healing. Yeah, because like, we have Reaper of Bones, this is putting a lot of elemental damage on everything. We have the efficiency of healing. We also, whenever we cast spells, we should be healing. We also have these that are, whenever we kill anything, we're putting down one of these, basically, and essentially having healing there. And yeah, so we should have also we have the chance of basically being invulnerable on occasion to damage, so we should have enough healing. And also we have this, which is as soon as we get low health, we start to heal. So we have plenty of healing, but for whatever reason, we're not healing. Don't know what that's about. Also, this one has dark magic efficiency. We could try that. Maybe that'll help us a little bit more. Let's try this real quick. Elizabeth says, sure, I'll join back. I just swapped my character. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. To me, again, this is not our Sunday stream, which is not for me. Like, this is mostly like a testing run also. But I do want to play with you guys because it's always fun. Especially, also, there's just better rewards, so it's incredibly efficient too. That, yeah, see, like then, we're like detonating everything in 2 seconds. So it's just, I don't know. Maybe, I think what might have happened is that, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't even think that's how that worked. But maybe our dark magic particles are like, can dark magic particles not travel through walls? So if you're moving too quickly place to place, or you're not able to get the thing? I don't know. Do this. Yeah, because within 2 seconds you get melted. And it's not like we, yeah, I don't know what's happened. Give me the, why do they prioritize the other? That's so weird. Here's, so yeah, also our good, it's good to know that our any weapon, it doesn't have to be pixies again, are doing sufficient damage, which is nice. I think I have I found someone that had a shotgun that was just not even chaotic or anything. It was just a shotgun. But it was times 10 pellet, and it was also a pixie. So it had the, I think it, actually, no, I don't think it would scale. Well, it does matter. It's gun damage also detonates what we want. Granted, they won't be able to benefit from that one thing. Won't be able to benefit from one of our Graveborn skill trees. And we kind of need that survivability. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. What we can manage. We might have to depend solely on the other thing for that, but yeah. Let's not go with buff buddies. Let's go with, what's rending that? Non-boss enemies below that much armor. Explode into a health potion of damage. Okay. I wish I would have took the other. I wish I would have took buff buddies. I just want to see if yeah, because I think that might have been what was going down. We're not staying here. It's just, again, I hate the way that some chaos chambers are made. Like, it's the one that when you're playing a spell shot, you have a melee thing, and you're like, it's literally, I'm incapable of doing this. Especially when you keep making like chaos level 35. There's gonna probably be 45 at some point. Hey, you son of a bitch, you wrecked me last time. Stop it. Stop hurting me. Also, we could always switch to this and do some damage here as well. Well, I feel like this one's better for bosses. Also, we could do this. Do this. Chuck some of these. We could do this. What's sucking me in? Damn it. I know we took a knee there again. And again, well, there we go. Our health's back. Like again, if you look at my health bar, it's insane. Also, it's not like we haven't made a good effort to get a shit ton of health. Yeah, I don't know how like you're supposed to even get close to having the same health as that, but maybe it's because they want you to do. There's like health gating in the game. I don't know. Although, yeah, there's also so many things in melee that will like pull you. And what the fuck happened there? He died. What? What happened? The thing dropped in front of my eye. Did a barrel would have got me up too. That's so frustrating. Melee sucks ass. Okay? Even when it's good, it's shit. Okay? Damn it. I don't mean that we could get a weapon and whatnot that could help, but Jesus Christ. Break my fingers a bunch. Why couldn't the range melee work? Instead, it like has you grappling 20 feet towards the enemy, despite its whole gimmick is that it's ranged melee. You son of a bitch. We'll do this. Go, my ranged enemy. Yeah, see, we eventually summoned Ghost Blades to like do a good bit of damage, so that works. I almost wonder if it's better not just being like, we're a Krieg build in which you should never melee anything because you'll get dropped in 2 seconds. Also, how did Moxie deal with the mobbing thing? Oh, he goes invisible, right? He goes invisible. He just says no. No. But isn't there a point in which your invisibility will wear off? Yeah. Maybe it's because his spell comes back in 5 seconds, and then that can kind of just pivot on that a lot. We could go with that. We could try that again. Spell kill, melee damage. No. This one. We could try this. Workplace hazard, sure. At this point, I just want to see what the damage is. So far, there's a weird nonsense thing happening with healing. One of the things we could change, which would be weird, really weird. Also, I don't know if it would work with Reaper of Bones. Does anybody know how? I don't know. Sorry, I'm really confused here. I'm wondering if, yeah. A boss says he front-loaded damage a lot with his. I did, yeah, I seen that bit, but but to me, there's still a question of survival. I guess because yeah, like eventually there'll be a point with his build, at least I think, where your ability to go invisible will be ended. So then, how do you avoid like right now? If you have a tether, if an enemy sends a tether on you, you get melted. If like a bat just like fires a AOE fireball on you, you get dropped. So. Yeah, I'm wondering how you would circumnavigate that. What I was thinking could be interesting is if we use the Graveborn's passive, this, which is Lord of Edge, which I'm not even sure if we will be able to get that deep into the thing. But basically, when you're low health, you get a bonus. And there's a thing on our shield that when you're low health, you get a bonus. As well as healing, but it doesn't really count. You're just getting the bonus. And there's a shield that drops your health to 1 that would give you a lot of that. And also, there's a shield that when you slide, you get your shield back. So there'd be a way to basically keep permanent uptime on your shield while simultaneously like benefiting from the all damage dealt. And because we're doing so many elemental damage types, we're able to benefit from that. Now, granted, I think we would need to get... I think, is it possible to get a point in here? Probably not. But if it was possible to get 1 point in here within a class mod, we wouldn't need to invest all the way down into the skill under the Graveboard to get it, and be able to benefit from it. But the problem with all this is we're capped by Reaper of Bones, which I don't know. Has anyone tried that? Does it just kill you instantly? So if you have the shield or the class mod, sorry, that reduces your health to 1 but gives you a ton of shield. Does that correlate and like as soon as you use Reaper of Bones it just kills you and drops you? Or does it just immediately end it and do your invincibility frame and do all that? His sigil also free. Yeah. No, we also have that sigil, which is dope. But yes, we could try it with sigil to see if it changes. But let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to that. Let me catch up on chat. Lonesy says, in my defense, it wasn't up. Was that when you broke the barrel or something? Yeah. No, I know. I see. Looks like you're getting the damage. Yeah, the damage is. We're good though. Like again, we're not using the electro tether, which we could, and we also could use the big Pooba weapon, the weapon that hits really hard once, etc. Heal this. Jesus Christ. We'll do this. And that will melee or like freeze enemies, so that's nice. And that keeps enemies stun locked like that, which is good. But again, you still see our health be really fucky. Yeah. Also, if we go up here, can we break this, you think? Yeah, we break that fine. Use this again. Freeze you, hopefully. We can melee. So that works. We can do that. Again, my worry is still when we eventually inevitably hit the kind of wall. Also, again, our pixies aren't doing that much damage. It's the fact that we are detonating Executioner's Blade that's doing good. And then we got this fucking thing that's just like a tank among tanks. Please do this. Thank God we were able to tank that. Yeah, see, we do plenty of damage even without using the Electro proc. Our problem is that healing thing. But maybe that's the meta, is that you have to use that Electro thing. Also, stop it. I'm not really playing the objective. I'm just trying to see numbers. Because these are the enemies that you're actually going to be fighting a lot. And these, again, the elite badass bone crab, which has just an astronomical amount of health. Yeah, so like we're fine there, but... So we have 2 improvements that could be made, so it's maybe I shouldn't judge it too quick. We could basically find anything that could detonate like multiple pellets of this. So any shotgun that basically shoots pixies or something would be helpful for this. Granted, what I'm kind of losing if I do that is I don't get this, that's healing me. But granted, we could just use Reaper of Bones as a heal stat stick, as well as this. He's front-loaded thing, his sigil, the chain from the Livewire proc Stabo capstone. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. What do you think that's better than... Well, actually, it's probably good for my build, because I attack with my weapon that I have, I attack quite quickly. So, but yeah. But do you think the damage would be better on an individual level? Because the thing that's also nice about pixies is that they can phase through walls, so you can basically... They could hunt for you. So my worry is when somebody takes a knee, an issue is where there's no enemy to attack, and you're kind of like, fuck. Whereas if you can throw these, and one of them, they shoot an enemy, they'll detonate... Executioner's Blade, and they'll throw a fucking high damage melee weapon at an enemy, and it can get you up that way. Also, those can stack on top of a boss if they happen to detonate, which is sometimes why you're just like, and you just blitzkrieg somebody. But yeah, all good suggestions, Bones. Zero says you can try to spec into Sanguine Sacrifice and Graveborn skill tree and have more spell cooldown or more charges. Yeah, that was a thought that I had, but to me, like the one issue that I had is that I didn't feel like spells were necessarily our issue. I felt like it was more of, yeah, I felt it was more of our healing, like our efficiency. But maybe you're right. Maybe if I made a point to keep. But the thing is, the only problem with that, man, is that with everything in the game, whether you throw and melee, it's almost instant after it, like this. So we can throw, melee. Throw, and then melee. Like, in fact, you can cancel your reload just by meleeing. It happens that fast. But there's a weird lag that happens when you're meleeing and you're casting. So I'm going to melee and then cast. Melee. We finally meleeed. And I know that seems like nothing, but it is some sort of annoying bullshit. Also, the thing comes back in like 5 seconds. So we only have like 3 seconds of downtime without our spell. So it's not like we're not able to detonate it pretty quick. I'm not sure if we'd be able to shave off too much more. Because I think spells have a cooldown up into a point. Wait. We could try that. We kind of need this enchantment. But we could try the shave off of spell cooldown. Which I have this. Melee attacks restore spell cooldown. As well as good as attack speed and all these things. Also, we have a nice perk on it, a warrior, which will give us greater reduction of damage. Okay, we can try this one. Also, let's make that a diamond, I guess, and we'll do that. Also, where was the one I just don't want to lose track of that. Where's my baby? My pride and joy? The one that has the on melee hit gain 10. Is that it? That's it. Let's mark that as keep. Let's try this. Maybe this will offset the thing and allow us to keep back-to-backing our ult so we can have our cake and eat it too. Granted, that damage we're losing on those elemental things might be too much. A stay back, I think is, well, what's stay back? Does anybody know what that one is? I forgot. I think stay back the tether. I think stay back's the tether. I don't think we can take the tether. I think the tether is the one. Yeah, we can take like the one that makes people immune. Maybe we're doing cryo, we're doing poison, or blood, whatever. We're fine. Also, we're doing every kind of element ever as well, because of Executioner's Blade in conjunction with the one thing, or just our melee, basically constantly detonating elements on an enemy. Anyways, let's do it. Critical something, yeah. Critical damage all fucked up, yeah. But bonus crystals. Let's do it. Let's see if this can offset the cost of our spell. In fact, it should like give us the ability to back our spell. And again, our Reaper of Bones is kind of like a non-issue thing. Let's do this. Quickly cast this. Start meleeing. Our melee damage took a little bit of a loss, but if we keep meleeing, we're usually able to back this. I see. The only thing that circumnavigates the spell cooldown, I think, is melee attacks. Damn it! See, but then there's that. We would have dropped right there if it wasn't for Reaper of Bones. Let's keep throwing this. Let's back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Activate this. Start meleeing. Yeah, see, there's a weird latency. Like I'm meleeing as soon as I possibly can, but there's a little bit of lag. Come on. Yeah, see, again, we're constantly like yo-yoing with our health, which is just to say that like, yeah, I wish there was a way to build a ton of health, but I don't think there is. There's a way to build a ton of shield. Can we freeze you? We're able to kind of phase tank you a little bit. We can also do this. Please don't take my thing I just got. Thank you. We'll do this. I mean, we are significantly more healthy. I don't know. I wasn't making a point to use our shield back to back though. I think that might have just been because we're doing a lot of weird things. But I mean, it's working. I'm not sure if I'm like content. You know, like there's not that moment where I'm like, yeah, it's all coming together, baby. It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, yeah. But again, there's still stuff to be done. There's still stuff that we could get. So let's use this. Also, let's chuck these. Come on. Oh, also, we could use a pixie TDR that gives us like, what do you call it? When you have multiple arrows embedded in an enemy, you do more gun damage essentially, or melee damage. Sorry, that could also be pretty good, rather than the one that we currently have that does gun damage. Yeah. What is with us with like we're doing good damage until we take a knee? Why is something not working as soon as you take a knee? Yeah, that's weird, because like you guys see, we melt the target, even badasses, and like badass crabs. but it's only when when we take a knee that we die. I wonder if it's because we're not getting that much value on a Reaper of Bones though, so it's not that. Maybe something just stops working when you do that. Weird. We'll do that. Break our fingers. Chuck these. We could also try using. Well, no, that we were kind of having fun with using that. But we could try using this. See if we could go for damage instead. Also, we could try using this as well. This is also really good. There's a lot of AoE procs and such. Do this. I don't like fighting the reload. I just hate the slowness of this weapon. Damn it, we reloaded all the way. At least we're nuking him on the ground like this, but yeah. I'm not satisfied with the healing dilemma. And maybe people are right. Maybe if we just switch to the other thing, would be good. If we switch to like going invisible, but I don't want to do that. There's got to be a way to solve the problem without having to do that, because I feel like there'd be downtime built in. And how would you? Maybe it's because the action skill comes back so fast that you're able to constantly detonate the amulet's special effect. Maybe you need to get good and play better also. The thing for me is just like don't even play the fight. Like we can just use our pixies and detonate the melee damage and then do that, you know? But also that's not, we want to be Krieg. We want to actually start like fadoosh and hitting people. Again, our damage is fine. Well, our damage is also a little chaotic. Sometimes it's crazy and other times it's like, only when we take a knee does it seem to really break. Let's get back to the one we were just using. The one that, not that one, although that one would be probably better. The one that gives us cooldown. It's called Warrior, right? Is this it? Yes. Warrior and Archmage. Also gives you gun damage when you use the ability. Not so good. It's not very good. What's good? Anthony says, I think it's like Zane when you go down, all kill skills go away. So you lose all of Greyborn's damage when you go down. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's shocking, actually, man. We're not, all of our damage is not really coming from Graveborn. Yeah, like we don't have we have this, but we don't really. The only thing we have that's feeding into this is our pixies, which our pixies should still keep going. Granted, if not, we still have these, which I think do stay up even when you go down, right? But yeah. And we usually only have one point in here just to heal from our pixies that we currently have, but that could get replaced because I don't even know if that's going to work with other things. But yeah, complicated. Things are weird. And again, to me, I don't know, part of me wonders if it's even worth betting on the healing. But I think we have to, because we're using Reaper of Bones. If only there was a skill, like if this skill should give you like 50% more health rather than 15, because we're already, it's almost impossible to already get to the point in which you have an abundance of health. Like you can get like a crazy amount of shield, but you can only, I've never seen anything more than like the base 3k of health, you know? Granted, maybe there's a special class that I'm just not noticing that gives you a ton of health. Oh yeah, both great options. Magma Breath, sure. That's probably a bad idea, but the other one wasn't great either. Yeah, I don't even know if we'll finish this run, yeah, but I guess we could switch over to our spell class and just start farming for other gear. But no, there's some weird shit that happens when you try to farm for like I think there's based on the character you have, that's the type of stuff that you'll get to drop essentially, which is quite weird. Let's use this. Yeah, such a big stop point with that. Anthony says, I know, Anthony. I know it's appreciate you chiming in though. Yeah, because I'm just, otherwise it's just a madman sitting here like, what am I doing? What's the point? Also, man, just making your way over there takes so much time. Also, the melee is so shit, dude. It's not like Krieg where like they pulled back your FOV and you're like, you can actually feel like you're doing good. Like you're sitting there like, I guess I'm hitting. Ah, fuck. And you're like, also, there's this weird like melee lock-on, which I hate. Yeah, our damage just gets kneecapped. I wonder if it's better just to shoot and use our pixies to eventually like activate Ghost Blades. Oh, come on. Well, the choice was made for us. We're backing out. The thing is like my idea is, well, maybe if we have that sword that's blood, we'll be able to heal because our sword is doing base healing. Well, I guess we could test that. Let's test that right now, actually. It's not going to be a great test, but we could test it a little bit. Maybe if our sword is blood damage, does that directly correlate with us healing a ton? We have amp, which is melee damage, amplifies your gunshot. Well, great. Well, great. What's good, Axum says, Axum, I know you've been here before, buddy, a lot. You've always been nothing but helpful. But I feel like I said your name in a certain way, and I'm annoyed that I don't remember exactly how I said it. Today I found 2-hour video about a random single character from Mass Effect. Now I gotta watch it. What? What happened? What's going on? What did you find? Oh, also I'm overheating like crazy. I need to take off this. Golly. Oh, jeez Louise, it's warm. Well, yeah, okay, so I just want to see if we can basically heal more. I don't know if it's gonna pan out, but yeah. But maybe if we had a melee weapon that healed, that would directly correlate with us instantly healing, but I don't know. But technically we should have been doing that because all damage dealt when we have Reaper of Bones up is healing us. Granted, I guess our problem is not that, it's when a Reaper of Bones maybe goes away. Now, yeah, you see, we're not able to do enough sufficient healing. Granted, this is not like a very good scaling weapon, but still. I mean, our health is very yo-yo-y right now. I mean, that gives me a little bit of hope. We're not using all the other stuff like cryo, although yeah, we just did just drop. I'm trying to cast a spell, but I can't because your character's like, let me just like unwind entirely. Ugh. Any pronunciation of my name is the right one. Thank you. Thank you, Axiom. Yeah. Again, it's frustrating because it's only in the Chaos Chambers where we have that weird lag. Like that weird damage lag. It almost seems like our healing just is inconsistent. But every other instance, our healing is usually pretty okay. Is this the one? That's the one we usually use, yeah. So if we go over here to our classic test, let's go fight the other person, because maybe that's the thing, is that we were fighting the mushroom parasite person, and he's not anything to write home about. Maybe let's go fight Son of Witch and see if we can make a dent. Because again, I feel like when we fight in bosses and whatnot, everything syncs up and we're able to get a sufficient amount of healing. But for whatever reason, when it comes to like badasses in an area, we're just getting nuked, and I don't know what's that about. Yeah. There's one thing I want to see, but we'll do that after we do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I guess for this instance, we could also use the other weapon. I kind of want to not see if we don't have to use it though. Let's see. Yeah, see, we're slicing up Son of Witch a lot. Like we do so much different like elemental stacking that we're pretty okay, but as soon as it's just our health seems inconsistent. We got so much fucking HP, or we got so many healing things. Do this. Melee, 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 melee. Nuke, 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 nuke. And he's gonna die as soon as our pixies hit him, or we hit him. Doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah. I just feel like for most of the fight, you're not able to dip into Reaper of Bones because you're just dead. I don't want to drop Reaper of Bones, but golly, is it fucking impossible to actually make use of, because it's like the enemies, there's no way to fortify your health to a sufficient amount in where you can benefit from it. Let's test one thing. I just want to see. Let's see. Let's do this. Do I have it on me? Please tell me I have it on me. There it is. Okay, I just want to see, what does Reaper of Bones do when you activate this? So I think it'll just immediately detonate Reaper Bones failure. Because it says it reduces your health to 1. I feel like we might just go down as soon as we do this. Let's do this again. We'll get our thing back. Or get close to getting our thing back. Ronald says, I have a great sword for healing. Okay. What is it? What is the prefix of it, Ronald? Zero says, you can try to spec into a sacrifice to a Greyborn skill tree for spell proximate charge. Yeah, for me, like again, like we're able to, I thought back to back our spell a lot, so I feel like we were able to benefit from this quite a lot, but it still was not, it still wasn't sufficient. It's like enemies just drop you in 2 seconds when you have to get point blank. At least that's been my experience. But let's see. We activate Reaper of Bones. I think we literally just activated immune. Yeah, so it just counts as, yeah, great. So no, you have to play without any shield, or without any sort of way of gamifying shield. Alright. Also, we'd be taking a lot of damage loss if we did that. What was the one I was using? Was this one spell damage? No. It was... Maybe if we use this? Again, I don't think our problem is that we're not doing enough like dark magic damage, though. Does our damage just take an absolute L as soon as we stop using the one thing because we're debuffing cryo by 50%? Ronald says dark magic twin soul with vampire and echo. That might be huge, Ronald. Holy shit! It's a twin too? Okay. It's dark magic to boot. Holy shit, Ronald. I would love that, man. That might be the... Also, I would not be incentivized to build cryo so heavily, which would be kind of nice. Which would be kind of nice. But I just want to see. Maybe this is also something that's worth doing in the future. Let's do this. Man, yeah. So many enemies just do so much burst damage. Like everything at level 31 health gates you instantly. No, that didn't rip up our damage too much. Well, again, our health is still in this. Yeah, our health... You give all of your output, like a shit ton of healing, but the game's like, did you? Did you though? I don't think so, you son of a bitch. Come on. Like it's weird, but the best melee build that I can conceive of is one that you don't melee at all and you just use Executioner's Blade to kind of take care of you, which is fucked up. Which is a fucking shitty answer. It's a really bad answer to people who want to play a melee build. At least right now, all right? Maybe there's a better one eventually. He's doing some bullshit. Maybe Ronald will save us. Let's hope. And again, we did our previous build, like nuked a lot of the, like you guys seen, we were fine in the previous build, but it's just that when you have 5 enemies that are badass chewing you up, I guess you just get dropped. Again, with the other classes, you can just make use of like distance, but this one you're like, nope, you have to get right on top of them and absolutely break them. Let me know if you want, if you would like it. I would love it, Ronald. I'm gonna go back to my chamber thing and see if I can invite you if you wouldn't mind, because yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, jeez. Because at that point, maybe again, if the fact that it's also dark magic would mean that I might be able to build with certain things in mind for dark magic, which is a very complicated way of saying it, but it's hard to describe. Because I'd have to basically like take 3 steps back and take 5 steps more forward, which is a nightmare. But again, if it meant that we could be sustained, I'd be happy. Also, ladies and gentlemen, sorry that the last 2 streams have been very much me being like, what the fuck is going on? For a lot of it. Sorry. We usually have fun here, and we just chill. But I am trying to make this hippity happen. Also, I'm like, yeah. I'm really curious how Moxie solved that problem. I know he goes invisible, but I just feel, does this not have as much of a cooldown as I think it does? Okay, we have like a good, it's up for quite a bit of time. Does it come back fast? Granted, maybe we just keep casting this spell. Yeah, see, that seems like a long cooldown. Maybe not as bad as I think. Also, if you're able to keep casting your spell, it's a little bit less bad. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Also, yeah, I guess you would still be able to gain the healing benefits from Graveborn in that way. Oh my god, what's good, Kanji? Or Scar? Scar says, GRINN, just wanted to say, love your videos, thanks for no problem, man. Hopefully I can make another one for you. Well, maybe it'll take 6 years off my life, but we'll get there. But thank you so much. Blacksy says, really should have put melee in a game called Meat Bites. Wait, what? Blacksy says, really should have put weapons in the game called Meat. It's true, they should have. I think it'd be awesome. But of course, they're like, nah, better not. Holy shit, Mom, my inventory's always full. What the fuck? Oh, it's because we picked up a bunch of trash because we were doing Chaos Chambers and trying to pick up a spark. Give me a sec. Damn you. Garbo. just picked up that. Boom. Look, oh, it's volatile too. God damn. Yes. Hell, oh, and it's not. Oh, you have no fucking curse on it too. Sorry, you don't have any like enchantment, so I can re-roll it hopefully, unless you run it up somehow. But yes. So we got vampire. I forgot was another effect, but echo is also really good, especially with how much status we're doing. Also, Plexi, you might know this. Plexi, do you know if Graveborn's passive, which is when he activates an action skill and it's going, does this? How do I put this? Does this stack on top of dark magic damage on top of this as well, or no? I'm curious. Also, I thought I might have a shotgun in here somewhere. Thank you so much, Ronald. Appreciate you so much. If you want, yeah. I hope I'm not taking up too much time is where I'm at. Yeah. Let's go over here. I thought I had a shotgun. Yeah, so we have these. Now, unfortunately, they don't have an element to them, but that might be able to detonate the, because it's 8 pellets. Only we had a shotgun that was like a guns with things or pixies, but happened to be dark magic as well, and shoot like multiple projectiles. Quite the list, I know. Oof. We have that. 10 shots becomes guns with wings. No element. I thought we had one that was recently we just got. Oh, that's old good old faithful. I had that one forever. I don't know. I don't think we do. Well, we have this. A 5x5 masher-like weapon. That could be fun too, because you got to build up stacks to do melee damage in a weird way. We could try that one shotgun we have. Not sure if it's gonna be too good, but we could try. Oh, yeah, where is it? Is it this? First page. Man, there's a lot of when you have like 500 items in your bank, it's a nightmare. The game's like, kill me, please, make it quick. We have this. Also, it's not even working. The UI is broken. After reloading companions, yeah, this counts guns with wings. Yeah, I'll grab that. All right. Oof, so much lag. Okay, I just want to test real quick. Let's go to the thing and see if the damage is decent with the thing. I think I need to make it decent. I need to get the right enchantments on everything, which is a pain, but still it's something. Plexi says. Oh, I read that. Axiom says if had to make a melee only Graveborn build, I would use Ragnarok melee. Have a ton of dark magic and efficiency just to stay alive. Yeah, well, man, that's what we have on my favorite melee weapon that I was using, but it was cryo. But is that what it was called? I don't know what the enchantment's called, but I had the enchantment I think you told me about, which was the every time you melee you get like a damage bump, which is good if you're using a fast weapon like this one, which is awesome. Echo is awesome because especially we're using pixies to stack up our damage. Also, we're incentivized to do that because we have Executioner's Blade, which detonates on spellcast or gun damage, critical hit stuff. What was the one you just said though? You said class mod. Wait, where is it? What is it called? Ragnarok. Oh, but that's the thing. Is this it? Yeah, man, I tried that, Plexi. I tried that. The thing is, we're not able to benefit from Ragnarok at all, which sucks. Because Ragnarok is a one-handed weapon, it's not able to benefit from its literal thing, which says it fires a ranged melee. Because every single time you try to get range, your character keeps lunging towards your enemy, so it's entirely not usable. Yeah, it's awful. Maybe when the one instance where there's a flying enemy, maybe. Even then, I still think your character would try to still lunge at the enemy in a weird way. So, blah. But yeah, I tried using this. It was great. The idea, it looks fucking perfect. But yeah, I still found that it was eclipsed by things like this, which just have a faster base attack speed and can have 2 elements on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's use that. We'll not use Executioner. We'll do Reaper Bones things. Axiom says also at some point you should try the snake stick. We tried that. We tried that once in cryo and it was painful. Did not quite do the job, unfortunately. The hydras that it spawns count as melee damage. so it can regen your health really well. Yeah, we tried that once. Maybe it was because it was cryo that it fucked up, but I didn't find it had too much of a bite. We actually put it away because it was such like it didn't actually affect damage wise, which was weird. Oh, what I was saying was just that there's an enchantment. I thought what Plaxi was saying was that, or no, I thought that what you were saying, Axiom, was something about a thing, but no. It was yeah. What do you call it? Reckoning is I tried that to hell and back, and I couldn't get it to even come close to this, which is the assassin weapon. The assassin weapon series just to me is quite insane. But yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then this. Break our fingies, do this, and then start meleeing. Eventually we'll stack up some damage and we'll actually start to do decent damage. See, I feel like that Reaper of Bones skill should do more, but see, also we hit like a cap point, which is weird. Yeah. Like for whatever reason the cryo one was doing more. I wonder why that is. Like is that really how much better cryo is in comparison to dark magic? Jesus. I mean, we're healthy as hell. We haven't taken like a single knee at all. Oh wait, no, maybe we had. Yeah, I think we actually got like our dark magic thing broke immediately. Great. Yeah, Reaper of Bones to me just doesn't stay up at all. But pain. Let's do this. Yeah, I just find unless you're willing to do the weird like this, which is again we can do this. I'm sure this will be probably a significantly better outcome. Granted, maybe not. Maybe it's the detonation of certain things that is really good. Yeah, like we're doing significantly less damage. Like this is too long of a boss fight. Weird. I guess I could still scale things in a better way. Let's see. Let's try to really scale up some dark magic before we throw in the towel. Nub says, not really here. It's okay, Nub. You don't have to say that. Appreciate you being here just to dip your toe in. Planky says, it bonus damage, so separate. Instant, but of course would double dip dark bonus if the source is dark. What does that mean? What does that mean, Plaxi? So does it stack on top of each other? Does the two enchantments, when activation of action skill, dark magic gain and dark magic gain on your or for the specific Greyborn skill and enchantment? Is that what you mean? Does that stack? Axiom says, you should drop the pixie stuff. You should either focus on melee or spell damage. It splits your attention on both, means that you deal less damage in total. Well, that's the thing, Axiom. We're actually not even using the pixies. Yeah, we're not even using the pixies at all. Pixies are basically just a stat stick to detonate Excalibur's blade, which essentially just gives us that. And our one problem is not damage. Our problem is survival. That's the only thing. And we don't even have to use the gimmicks that, not gimmicks, it's a very good skills, etc. that people have been using. But if I have my original build, let's see. Where's the one that we have that stacks damage? And this one's a big source of damage for us. So yeah, if we have that on, we have that on, we have that on, we have this on. And if we chuck this on as well, what do you call it? Yeah, we should be able to show, like, this is what I currently had, but we just didn't have enough survivability, essentially. So if we chuck this on, we chuck a bunch of these, and we do this, activate this, and we start meleeing. We'll usually, sometimes it's a little weird. Also, sometimes your melee doesn't connect. But yeah, see, we do plenty of damage. We're not using the Tesla coil to do that. What that is mainly coming from is the fact that we're stacking elemental stuff that basically synergizes in a bunch of weird things. But we're not using the tether of this SMG, which is quite good. But yeah, so damage is not a problem. Our problem is healing, and we're not dipping in. The only thing that we're using our pixies for is to detonate spell critical hits, which therefore can activate our high scaling melee damage, in which we are scaling for melee, especially with this. This is our actual build where we're scaling up cryo with this on an activation of action skill. Get cryo, get more damage the more you melee, and this weapon happens to be cryo. And of course, we are also getting Buffmeister or the other spell that has melee damage built in. And we also have this, which is giving us health when we're low health to heal, to kind of fight off Reaper of Bones' degradation, essentially. Yeah. Also, we had that kill wasn't even as fast as it could be because that was not our original build. Original build was using one of these to like make enemies take even more damage. But again, our problem right now is not damage. It's to try to get sustained healing. What was the one we were using? Was it that one? No, that one's for that. Clawbringer? No. Something with Stabomancer. There it is. Stabomancer and Berserker. Not great, but something. Yeah, our class mod really needs to work. Yeah, I think I might switch to... Yeah, I think I might switch to my spell class just to start grinding because we need to get better class mods. Something with Stabomancer. Mainly Stabomancer. We just need Stabomancer investment within skills. And ideally it'd be the... It'd be either the all damage dealt converts to cryo or converts to dark magic, or it would be the whenever you do a certain thing, it detonates an element. Or detonates tide. You know, a tide new class mod. Granted, I don't know if that's as good. Yeah, because I feel like you could just get the rocket launcher to debuff an enemy. But yeah, but again, the problem is it's not the damage thing. It's the healing thing. But that's why I think. If I can get the same class mod or mod on this, but it's dark magic, and I get double scaling in on activation of action skill, get dark magic, then we can nuke things, and we're doing an abundance of dark magic to boot. So I think then we could maybe kind of fight back some of the negative of having a low shield. But also we're getting a lot of damage out of this, which is as soon as our shield breaks. So I don't know. And then we could also try to use this. This would give us bonus damage, even more bonus dark magic damage. But I don't know if at that point we're kind of... Also, we'd have no problem with stacking up elemental damage with this. Although I do want to check that. So to that point, I did want to equip that shotgun that we had, the guns with wings. Granted, this has no element, but I just want to see if this can detonate a great deal more of the Executioner's Blade. Let's do this, and this, and this. And granted, as soon as we do this, that's going to become the Executioner's Blade. Let's see. There's little... Yeah. See, that big explosion is an Executioner's Blade coming into existence. Or at least it should be. Let's see. Let's go to this. Oh, he died. He died real fast. See that little thing, that little twinkle? That happens to be an Executioner's Blade, albeit the hardest thing to see ever. Let's see. See? That little sharp son of a bitch? It's like a ghost blade, and then it detonates and hits somebody. So I feel like, how quickly does that detonate with the fact that these shoot so many projectiles? Let's see. Detonate, goddamn you! And I see a bunch of blades popping in. Yeah, I feel like that's, yeah, just because it has such a high pellet count. I'm seeing also a lot of critical hits. I'm also seeing a ton of healing because of the kill skill that we got. Yeah, see, like mobbing, like this is melee gameplay, guys. Look at me. Hey. Come on, it's melee gameplay. Oh, it was fine. Yeah, so that we could add that to the laundry list of things to get is some sort of high pellet count, guns with wings or pixies. It doesn't really matter. Granted, it is nice that it's considered either spell damage or gun damage, although I think just guns with wings base are considered companion damage, I think. Oh, it doesn't matter, actually. Yeah. Well, it kind of matters because we could double dip into heal. Mind you, if the weapon itself is dark magic, then that's perfect. Sorry, let me explain. We're benefiting from this or this because companions get dark magic damage, and I think your spells or some of your guns that can be companions or pixies can benefit from this. But yeah. I kind of want to summon myself a snake stick to see exactly how busted it is, but I'm busy watching my friend play Borderlands 3. Axiom says, as they are now finally playing the game because it was on sale. Nice. Yeah. The game was Borderlands 3 was been on sale for a while. I thought it was like it was a free weekend a couple days, like years ago actually, I think. But yeah. Plaxi says, if not worried about the damage from pixies, wouldn't it be better to use an SMG? Does an SMG have more consistent fire rate? Yeah, no, we're not limited by the thing. The only thing that there is one slight gain with pixies is that pixies are considered spells and also companions, but I don't know if all guns with wings are considered companions, which would mean all we would need to do is get a kill, and then we would start having an abundance of healing, which is only the really thing that you need healing in. When it comes to boss fights, you can just immediately start being hella aggressive and just start pulling life leech from them. But when you have like 6 badasses and you don't have this going, you don't have as much healing coming in. Granted, I don't know if by us having dark magic sword equipped, that's going to give us dark magic on this, because it says ethereal blade deals melee damage based on the Fate Maker's equipped weapon. So is that just a base scaling? So if that's the case, then shouldn't you just go with like something really high base scaling like this, and then just let that be. I'm curious. Let's start meleeing. I want to summon in a Ghost Blade. Come on, Ghost Blade, you son of a bitch. There we go. I see one Ghost Blade. Did that detonate a cryo thing? It happened so fast. I keep seeing like the things blow up. I guess purple is non-damage, right? I want to see if a Ghost Blade can happen. And yeah, and if it happens to detonate a cryo blast, or if it's just it's a space scaling thing. So then you are incentivized just to have a stupid high scaling weapon. And we went down. You'll die though, it's okay. Go, Ghost Blade. I mean, I did just see 40k there, so I think it does. Yeah, I just seen a 40k there in a split instance. I think that's Ghost Blade activated. So again, we do like 40k on one Ghost Blade, and if we can find a way to detonate that rapidly, that can be pretty good. So yeah, I guess anything that had multiple projectiles, if we get a ×4 pixie or guns with wings that just chews up at people and shoots consistently and fast, constantly having a chance to detonate Ghost Blade, that might be pretty good. That's also another interesting thing we can move in. Lone Singet says that looks so cool with the ethereal blade. I think it would look cooler if it was more purple and less translucent. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta use the washroom real quick. I've been holding for a while. Back. Ooh. Okay. Again, stream got kind of hijacked by the notion of playing, but instead we're kind of just just mathing out possible solutions. Anyways, all right. So, let's see if this works. I just want to see if this slightly works. This will make our thing dark magic, so we'll get some healing and all that stuff from it. But also, this is not going to benefit from the zap, but it will benefit from the melee, so it will make all the other things hit harder. Also, man, that reloads slow. I'm so used to pixies being just nice, generally. Let's do this. Yeah, so I think you'll see, yeah, that's doing good damage because of Ghost Blade. Ghost Blade is essentially making it so so that like we're seeing decent damage despite this weapon we're not built for gun damage at all. It's just because it's detonating Ghost Blades consistently. That's not bad. That's not bad. Especially when we're kind of relatively safe. Also, we're healing a lot. I think it's because we cast a spell. That's what happened. Again, Reaper of Bones, still kicking my ass. But yeah, no, I think so. Now, if we actually combine that with melee, let's see. It's okay. Our health is still in a wishy-washy kind of place, which is less good, but it's okay. Our health is what is with my shield? Like we go like I guess a lot with just not taking any damage. But the thing is, we gotta keep making sure we throw those damn things. Granted, we could use this as well. This is something that everyone's been using. Yeah. Wait, does the other one also? I guess I didn't think about that as well. I think that's what people are also utilizing. So the reason why some people are probably using the because every time you melee, you also detonate that. With melee with the SMG, it creates that tether of lightning, which can detonate, I think, also your Ghost Blades. But if you have if your Ghost Blade's base damage is scaling off of your base melee weapon, then having this weapon that attacks very slowly but hits very, very hard can be very, very good for your just basically like your ghost blades being higher scaling. So you don't actually, it doesn't really even matter that their base damage you're doing. You're really just using it as a detonation point for the ghost blades, or at least part and part because of that. Let's make sure we lower the magazine. Boom, 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 boom. It's okay. It's not quite as fast as the other one. Again, if we could go down the Berserker skill tree, it would be significantly more obvious, but we can't. We can't. My only worry is that what happens if we invest wholeheartedly in Graveborn, like giving ourselves 100 more dark magic damage, and don't really see a lot out of it. It's a scary idea. Let us. What are we doing? I think we want to go. Actually, we might want to go back out. I want to try one thing just for me, real quick. We tested that. That's a good stat stick. I wonder if I have an SMG that just fires a bunch of projectiles. Maybe. What's good, Crazy? Crazy says, "Hey, what's up? What's good, Crazy?" Crazy. I thought we were really close, and I think we are. But goddamn, is it? It's just a healing problem. That's the biggest problem to solve right now, I think, with melee. Yeah. I feel like if Moxie had the two, because that's the thing that leaves me kind of like, is for the Moxie build to think about how he fixed the problem was kind of going invisible constantly. But I wonder with this, is this enough to get your thing back? Like, I feel like you almost need built in here with to have like not vampire. Oh, that's also why we're staying alive so well with this. But instead to have vampire, you have the other thing, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. It's the thing that gives you, what is it? Stacks? What is it saying? Completely lost my train of thought. That's the hardest time that's ever happened to me. Just completely gone. Yeah, because if you can detonate multiple spell casts, I could see you detonating your enchantment that gives you back your actions go faster. But I don't think he had anything like that. Or the spell he did have was on like a 5-second cooldown, so I think that would still, you need to like rapidly cast a lot of spells in quick succession or to quickly shave off that so you can get back to your action skill. But I don't know. Crazy says, Lone Secret says, I found an epic SMG and it helped me so much. Nice. An epic Pixie SMG. Nice. Yeah, man, same as me. I had a dark magic SMG that took care of me for a while. Just kept me healed. But yes, maybe that's, well, again, I think dark magic is also weird because it very much feels like sometimes the particles don't get to you. I'm not sure if it's like if there's like a line of sight thing at play. Who knows? But yeah. Josh says, I hate how they have the bonuses objective. Yeah, kill somebody with melee, but yet not melee. Yeah, it's just a nightmare. The only thing that you might be able to get around it is by using the Pixie build, but go down Stabbomancer and get Executioner's Blade. But basically acting as like a stat stick for melee, because I think that counts as melee. Granted, it's a kind of a thing of like, well, do your Pixies kill things too quickly for your Executioner's Blade to do stuff? But granted, I also think that your Executioner's Blade doesn't just focus on the thing that you just meleeed. I think it focuses on a random enemy around you. Could be the person you melee, could be someone else. I think. I haven't backed that up though. Crazy says, I haven't been playing much because they patched stuff. Plus, I got Chaos level 20 and they raised it. I don't even have the DLC yet. Heard it was awful. Yeah, well, I will. There was a lot of choices made. A lot of them I think are not great. But, you know, I thought, like, hey, Thursday would come around, at least we'd have some legendaries, so that would be, like, something to keep our focus. But nope, and there's still a chance that at the last possible level of the shark guy, we get a couple unique legendaries for fighting the hardest tier of him. But I don't know. I don't know what reason there is to do the shark thing, which is to me the biggest, like, what? What's happening? Lone Secret says, hey, Grin, I know I probably take a bit ahead, but what's the next idea for your build? You got any inspiration? Not a single one. Not a single one. I only start theorizing about builds when I'm like almost done making them. Which after today, I thought we were basically there. We were nuking bosses. We went to the murder church and fucking murdered shit. But then when you get into the chaos chambers, they're just like, yeah, this is just psychotic. This is just absolutely fucked. And yeah, it's pretty fucking frustrating. Granted, maybe, I don't know. But maybe that to me seems like such a weird thing, but like the melee builds are the most glass cannony, so you'll just have to get okay with dying at times. That seems like a bad answer. But what was the other thing that we wanted to do? I kind of feel like right now to just run and do the chaos chambers is weird because we have such limited time anyway. I do want to see. We could do that. Let's go to. I want to see if I have any sort of high pellet count TDR weapon in my vault. Well, although that granted, the times 10 6 pistol shot thing is pretty good. It's pretty good, all things considered. To like detonate, I think the ghost blades. Axiom says, by the way, Grin, I wanted to join you in your next chaos run. I need to open some bunnies. Axiom says that pixies don't crit that often, so that would be a bad idea to use Executioner's Blade with pixies. Axiom says Thick Fillet is making a cool build right now. Apparently the amp effect on shields is a little busted and can one-shot bosses with the right setup. Nice. Yeah, Thick Fillet saved me when I was when I made a mistake on the thing. I wanted to binge a lot of his videos. I had his channel queued up there, and I just ran out of time because I had to edit a bunch of stuff. But I always wanted to go back and catch up on a lot of his videos because they seemed fantastic. But I wanted to adjust some things. I would like an element on the weapon though. I feel like all I ever have is the non-elemental things, which is not good. We have that. We have this. No, that's not times 2. I thought I had a fire one that was like good old faithful that took care of me for such a long time. Oh, we have this. Times 10 is cryo. Also, give us another projectile on action skill start. Oh, it's only for spells. Never mind. I'll grab that. Do I have enough space? I can grab a couple more things. Oh, is that the bazooka I was looking for? The one that activates Tide? No. No, it's the cannonball one. Damn it. Not times 2. Not times 2. I'm sleepy, man. I've been getting real shitty sleep lately. I don't know what it is. I feel like it might have been because I was drinking protein real late. And it was just wrecking me. Like your body's digesting that shit, and it's like, I can't sleep yet. And then I wake up, basically have not got slept. It's weird. It's nonsense. Anyway, let's go see. But no, I don't want to do Chaos Chambers yet, Axiom, by the way, because we're about to wind down anyway. It's about to be 7, and we're... I was honestly planning on a more of an eventful stream where we were actually... But as soon as we got into the depths of the Chaos Chamber, and we... Again, like, everything was going so well. Like, so well, until we just stopped healing. Which is a thing. Like, we were just nuking things, and then eventually we just stopped, like, our healing just got capped out. And I wonder if there's a built-in, like, reserve for, like, you've just done 5,000 dark magic healing. Stop it. And you're like, what? It's because you're doing billions of damage because we scaled the game to 35. Also, that's the other thing that I've heard people say, is that there's like, really? We're scaling things to the 35 already? Like, we're already in the state of like weird things being somewhat efficient. Like, and most things that like instantly kill bosses and shit are like for you superseding things like with pixies, or with you like game breaking something in the game that's not supposed to work the way it is, you know? But like, yeah, the fact that you got to hunt for a bunch of now primordial gear is a weird one. And also the fact that we have to do that, like, well, not every month, hopefully, but probably every like 2 months is still a fucking good bit. Still a good bit of like, oh, now time to grab everything. Like, I almost would rather them just say like, here's like ascended gear. Grind if you want to grind. Be done with it. Although, if there's no way to circumnavigate that, that's a hard sell. Granted, if your build can survive, it's fine, I guess, but yeah. So if your build's optimized for, like, if you download a save file that's built for 30, 40, or 50, or whatever the chaos levels become in the future, then maybe then it'll work out, but yeah. Also, what did I want to do? I wanted to test out some of these things. The shotgun worked out decently enough. Is that good, you think? How did the buffs to assault rifles work, by the way? I know I'm kind of all over the place. Sorry, but how did these work? Also, why do those not count as melee damage? What is your problem, Gearbox? Anyway. I'll do the work on how viable the snake stick is, and yeah, I would like to see it, man. It's not that I will say that it's not that it's not viable. It's just what I currently have rocking, and I currently have investment in talents and stuff. Yeah, the fact that I'm doing no damage, or the fact that I'm not built for this damage type at all, gun damage, and we're doing okay. It's not great, but I feel like it could get better. Let's switch to the thing I wanted to see. I wanted to switch to a weapon that had a high pellet count. We have a shotgun that we just de-equipped. Where is the cryo shotgun we have? That's also times 10, which is a good bit better. Also, we lost our dark magic scaling. Unlucky. Go, Executioner's Blade! Go, stop fucking... Yeah, this one. Yeah, look at that. Every now and again, there's something that happens, but it's not great. Oftentimes. Also, does that melee thing gain per pellet? So if we did this, we shot a bunch. Wasn't there something that, like, no, it's just one pellet at a time. Yeah, so it's each shot, so these don't count as singular things. I wonder if they crit as individual pellet shots, despite you're firing 6 or 10 pellets. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it's working. But yeah, the only reason why we're doing good damages, or decent damage, is because it's summoning a bunch of little tiny purple specks, which is Executioner's Blade. Yeah, it's still not crazy. It's not like, again, well, mind you, again, if I was in there fighting, maybe it'd be better, but I'm kind of just trying to see if that's a decent thing. Yeah, see, as soon as I start meleeing, it's decent, but yeah. But yeah. Let's try to do that. Let's run it back all the way and just start throwing melee weapons and see. The reason why Snakes is so special is because it spawns Hydras that deal melee damage but also count as dark or companion damage. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think the problem will be... Wait, so are you going to try to buff companion damage then? Instead of... Oh, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, that could be pretty good. Okay. Weird. So you're planning on, like, having on action skill enchant, or on action skill start get companion damage. On action skill start also maybe get melee damage because it counts as both. On action skill start also maybe do elemental damage for whatever the scythe that you have is. And then you hit something 3 times quickly because the scythe weapon is already fast attacking. And then you have 3 snakes there sitting there laying into an enemy. Interesting. That could be something. That'd be really interesting. Also, with the fact that you have skills like that in the Graveborn skill tree, yeah, that might actually would work. I don't know if that would work for the Krieg thing. Although, granted, maybe the whole Krieg idea. Interesting. I wonder how well it would scale. That's my only thing. Because, like, it sounds great on paper, but usually, like, you see something hit relatively hard and then you add the bonuses, and then you're like, holy shit, now it's crazy. But I remember hitting something with the scythe weapon, and for whatever reason, it wasn't hitting things too hard. But granted, maybe I just didn't have the right things. Because wait, does it detonate Executioner's Blade? Because it doesn't. Well, no, just because it doesn't count as, just because it does melee damage and companion damage, or scaling on both of those, doesn't necessarily mean it just will scale this. Granted, you can have your cake and eat it too. You could just use the pixie or the shotgun like we're using as a detonation source for Executioner's Blade, and kind of use it that way. Although I feel like you're not exactly building for Executioner's Blade, which maybe is better. Yes, exactly. Also gonna have a high status effect chance to get healing and such. Yeah, that'd be good too. Do we have a high status effect chance? We have max highs, yeah. We have max chance. It's just nightmare. Still not enough. We have the most built-in healing I think possible, but it's still shit. It's still like not enough. Oh, I want to see if how this works. Instead of doing pixies, we just have this, which again I think is a testament to just us just using this as that. Also, we don't have any enchantment on this, so if this is even remotely decent, man, this takes so long to shoot though. Ah, Krieg, go. Also this, cause fuck it, and now this. Yeah, see, there's that weird surge of damage, and then there's nothing. I feel like that's an executioner blade, maybe detonating, something like that. I mean, this is doing decent damage without all of the bells and whistles we had. I still feel like I kind of want to build the one that Ronald gave us, the sword that Ronald gave us, and see what that is. Also, well, no. I was wondering if you could build hydras that also count as gun damage that could scale in a smarter way. Or sorry, they could like basically act as like, because hydras are more aggressive, but then also they can't hunt, which is, I still feel like you'd want pixies or guns with wings, anything that can phase through walls and like aggressively seek something out, you know. Alpha says, "You can do, thank you, Alpha. I appreciate it." Yeah. So I guess that's what I'm doing tonight. Fun. So fun. We're gonna try to see if we can stack things in a weird way by giving ourselves a ton of dark magic scaling. Also, we have Echo, which is good. Let's see. Where's the one thing I just got? It was a dark magic scaling weapon. I'm blind. Although the UI could just be broken as well. Is it that? Nope. What happened to the melee weapon? Yeah, it's definitely broken because it's showing weird shit. Like it's saying that this is a sword, but it's actually a ring. You guys see the weird UI nightmare broken trash? Anyway, I'll just scroll down like this. Is that it? That's it. Yes, vampire and echo, perfect. Yeah. So we're gonna build that one, and let's try that. But I don't have a shotgun that has multiple pellets that is not dark, or that is dark magic. Although maybe we don't want that. Well, again, granted, oh, we already killed you. Right. Granted, maybe it's okay. Maybe we can, because Executioner's Blade is, we're only using that as a stat stick. Granted, it'd be nice to have it as dark magic so that we could heal. What do you guys think would be the best output? I'm curious. This is the last thing I'll ask. But if we're trying to detonate Executioner's Blade a great deal, what do you think is better? A shotgun, a pixie, guns with wings, whatever, or an SMG with multiple projectiles, like four pellets, or times 4, I should say. What do you guys think would be best? I don't know. Weird. Although I'm weirded out by like building on dark magic, because we're doing so much dark magic, it's insane. Like even with like just with our pixies that we currently had, we have like plenty of healing, but it wasn't still enough, which is interesting. I don't know how to solve that. If there's something in Berserker, I don't think, that gives you extra resistance like that. I don't think so, but maybe. That's also something, right? I forgot Moxie's build was going in Stabomancer and Berserker. I think Berserker has something in its skill kit that makes himself more resistant, and the closer you are to a person, so that makes sense why he's more tanky. You would run around and hit things and spawn things and run away as fast as possible. I mean, that makes sense. That's like it seems like more of an assassin build, which is very cool. Cloak and dagger type thing. Also, I wonder if it's better to bank on the other thing, this other skill. This other spell, sorry, not skill. This one, the one that's that, but I think I need a better enchantment for it. Granted, the one I have that on activation of action skill get melee damage is pretty nice. Yeah, we're also getting cryo damage here, so we're not really benefiting from this, but we'll see. Yeah, see, we just don't I don't know what it is about that cryo one that has so much damage built in. If it's the status thing, but that one definitely has like more. But also maybe that's not fair, because the other one has a special thing on it where like it has the every time you hit something you get more damage. So yeah. this, and this, and then we'll switch to this and shoot a bunch, and now start melee. Shoot more. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Alpha says SMGs would be faster. You think SMGs would just apply more detonations faster than the first Spectral Blade? Okay, I think that's probably more right too. I also wonder if I should like get out of retirement my Hydras, the Hydras I once had. Because maybe if you use a spell to like put down a bunch of Hydras, and each one of them have a potential chance to do dark magic damage, that would heal you as well as detonate even more versions of Spectral Blade. And then you'd have a lot of Spectral Blades hopefully popping off. That'd be a very strange build. that would be very weird. But maybe. I'm kind of interested now to try that out. I want to try that out before we leave. Before we leave, let me do that real quick. Load in, get my one Hydra spell. OG, first build ever made. Alpha says, I just got a Hydra spell where the Hydras do AoE damage. That's frost around them works. Really? Is that the one that you put like a snow globe over you, or the Hydras themselves are like dots? That's crazy if that is the case. Golly. Ronald says Pixie Shotgun, I think. Pixie Shotgun. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up between how aggressive they how aggressive they shoot. Because the shotguns, they shoot like 10 shots at once. Like you can have a shotgun that just shoots tons of rounds. But then an SMG, I think, is more consistent thread. I wonder, does anybody know if the ammo that your Pixies have is any way indicative of like how long they're up for? I think they're always up for a set amount of time, even if they empty out their reserve. I think the damage that your magazine has in it scales up your Pixies, though, weirdly enough. Axiom says, a taser is what most people say is best. Oh, to detonate the one thing? Weird. I guess that makes sense. Multiple procs. Ba, 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 ba. Do I have it on me? Nope, because I was messing around with things on this. Oh, we have this. Hey, speak of the devil, it's also a Pixie companion. We'll chuck that in the safe, and we got my Hydras. Yes, and we'll check that out. Those should do spell damage. Should. Who knows if it actually will. Also, that one has it's a ×3 and that. Ba 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 ba. So we are chucking this and our SMG. It's also cryo, unlucky. If it was dark magic, it'd be perfect. Ba, 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 ba. Alpha says, I also just got the Reviver spell. That's awesome, man, if you play co-op. Fluff has picked us up a great deal with that. Ooh. Yes. Alpha says 2 casts, so I can drop it 1 on each side of bat. Nice, yeah, man. What do you call it? The revive spell is always a really good one. Yeah, but then there's stuff like Buffmeister that kind of takes its unfairly, I think, takes the wind out of its sail, which is a little annoying. But yeah. What am I doing? We are trying to get that. I put an SMG in here. I don't know if I made it. Oh god. Oh god, no. I don't think I marked it as garbage can. God, I wish they would fix the UI. It just makes things like finding things so painfully impossible. And wait for it, when I switch to the next page, and it will eventually break permanently. We have a little bit of a grace period here, which is quite nice, but I don't think it'll last. One of them, both of them are yeah, it's also cryo. Why is the UI so shit? Why have they done this? It was a Furior, right? So So I think I can switch it by manufacturer. We can just go look at Furiors. There we go. All bunch of Furiors. We have this. Dark Hydra Companion. It's all volatile. I don't know what that one. It's also ×3 though. We also have that. Over here. Where is that? It was Cryo. There we go. There it is. Perfect. Got it. Oh, I did mark it. Good. Look at me. Also, we have a spell. I don't remember what the manufacturer was for that though. Shit. I don't know. I just know it's a purple. No legendaries. It was purple. I think I would have marked it too. Maybe I didn't. Shit. Maybe put it all the way to the back. They also have a set timer, but the mag size affects your damage. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. I finally got a snake stick to drop. Nice. Let me find the formula. It's base mag, max mag, current mag 1, max mag. Weird. Okay. This is the formula from Pixies to gun mag size. Interesting. So why does it keep shifting around? Anyways, let's see. Where is it? The spell, the fire one. Cryo. I can't find it. There. Is that it? That is not it. But close. Is it? It is. It may be it. No, it's not repeating cast. Not repeating cast. Not cryo. I sort by type. Will it all go with like spells? The UI is horrific. Like, see, this is what like 90% of my time is, by the way, is being like, is that? No. Is that maybe? Ah, God, kill me. Let's go with type. There we go. So if we go to magic, eventually, hopefully, is that what it means by type? Like pistols, assault rifles, magic, melee weapons? Hopefully. Let's see, that has the UI of a gun. It's not. Yeah, there we go. Finally, it shifted over. What is that? I thought that was. Oh fuck, I don't know. I thought they improved the UI. Did anybody notice that the UI broke with the next like follow-up patch or hotfix? Jesus Christ. I want to find that one spell, boys. I don't know if I have it in me. I'm too aggravated right now. I just want my fire spell, dude. I sorted by type. Why are we getting guns in here? Is that not what that means? Oh, we are. It's just fucking. It's a UI nightmare. Jesus Christ. Is that it? Ah! Damn it. Is this it? Ah! This. Ah! One of these. Ah, one of these. Repeating cast. Summon Titrus. Hey, I got it. Yeah, I want to summon demo. Oh! Okay. Get me the fuck out of there. Jesus Christ. What a horrible nightmare. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. Shit. Maths. Yes, I know. I see clown math for me only. Okay. Alpha says, I still have yet to get a Buffmeister, but it will drop sooner or later. Sooner or later, exactly, man. It's a slow thing. But if you keep chipping away at the Chaos Chamber, get that bunny to drop, get the bunny spell bunny. That was where I think everybody got them, and I honestly find it hard to not get a ton of those actually at this point, which is a little frustrating because I don't want it anymore. but yeah, I'm sure for people who haven't got it on the other boat. But let us see if this will work. I don't know. I feel like there might be an intrinsic cooldown on Ghost Blades, but probably not. It's probably just jumping to conclusions a little bit, but. Also, because Ghost Blades scale off of so hard of these things, let's do that, and let's, I guess, equip this. We can detonate even more. So we're benefiting from the detonation of the live wire. We're also benefiting from the detonation of this. So Hydra's spell damage, this melee damage, but also gun damage, I think. Well, so thank you so much, Alpha. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate all the support, my friend. Thank you. But yeah, we're going for this in combination with this. We might try both. Let's try both. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. again, we're not using the spell that I think is probably for the best, the one that's really good, the one that gives you like cryo permanency, which is really good, but you know, let's do this. And let's start mailing. Melee, 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 melee. I mean, again, I still notice we have that weird surge of damage, but then of course our hydras go away. So we just reapply hydras. It's okay. I mean, actually, it might be better than okay. I wonder if we can, again, the thing, it sucks though, because like I'm very tempted just to make a build that functions off of like, yeah, you're technically doing melee damage, but come on. Like, we're not actually doing it. It sucks, but we can't. Because if you get close, the game just throw punches you hard as shit. Unless you're invisible, it's just wrecking you. But let's try to do it with this. We're kind of doubled. Oh god, damn it, damn it. Let's try using that shotgun that we had. Ba, 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 ba. Grave stab, yeah, grave stabmancers that we're limiting ourselves. Axiom says, should I try grave stabmancer first or grave stabmancer or grave berserker? I don't know, man. I feel like, to me, if you're trying to benefit from I feel like the hydras attack very quickly, so they'd be able to benefit from the. My only thing that I would think is it could be a synergy axiom is that they could basically benefit from this, which is when your melee attack gets a critical hit, they get a status effect on them, and the more status effects an enemy has on them, the more damage they deal, as well as Executioner's Blade. That, you know, could constantly, because your hydras are attacking so quickly usually, that could benefit from that. But also there's a lot of crazy built-in insanity within cryo. But you're also limited by one element, which is fine, honestly. It's like, yeah, there's not too many things that punish you for that, so yes. And we could just add to it. I'm not seeing too many Executioner's Blades this time around. Livewire does a lot. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to not use it, which I think we can still not use it if we don't want. But I think it's something that's kind of nice just to have. Yeah, just that silly skill. It's not even, mag's not even empty. Activate this. Not really seen a lot of Ghost Blades though. There we go. Wait, no, I think I've seen one. Actually, maybe not. Does the hydras not detonate to Ghost Blades? They count as, or maybe they're not crit hitting. Sorry, ugh. Not crit hitting. Maybe that's what it is. Axiom says blast, but blast chill is so good. I know, blast chill is awesome. Also, with anything that's like automated, it's just great. Yeah, no, I agree, but we can't use blast chill. Maybe we can. No, we'd have to. Well. Yeah, I kind of want to not use Pixie as the forefront. I kind of just want to use something like that is, yeah, well, not Pixies, but like maybe this. No, which is also Pixies, but at least it's shotgun. It's not, and also we're not benefiting from the scaling of Pixies. We're just benefiting from the application of like buckshot essentially, which is good. But yeah. But no, that was a fun rabbit hole to go down. I don't think it's better than the cryo permanency, which just seems to be nuts, or just the Buffmeister. So probably gonna stick with that. Where's the one that gives? There we go. Bunch of melee damage. But I think that's what I'm off to do. We're gonna be getting, our build is I'm gonna try to build it out in this way. I don't know, my only worry is I feel like we won't bear any fruit because of the shittiness of dark magic, despite, like, again, because all we're gonna do is, well, I don't know. Let's try that. Before we end it, let's just do one more quickie test. It's just gonna be a never-ending stream, but I want to go test if in the Chaos Chambers, we're not testing damage. We're gonna do shit damage, just to be clear with this. But what we are gonna be doing, we can maybe use this as a kind of a stat stick for our damage, just kind of keep us a head above water. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if this can keep us alive. So if having a fast attacking melee weapon can instance damage right in front of you to where you can basically absorb it right there, because that's the one thing that I felt we were having a problem with, is that we kept getting knocked down quite hard whenever we got close, essentially. Like our healing would just stop. And I think it's because dark magic can like hit a wall and then no longer go towards you, which sucks. But yeah. Climb, damn you. There we go. Do this. Do this. You can break my shield if you want, sir. I'd appreciate it, actually. There we go. Where is it? Come here. This. Give me that. No, give me that one little thing. Yes, I fucking damn it. Anyways, this melee. I mean, see, now there's moments like this where our health is like untouched. Fuck you. You know, looks like I'm a crazy person with the problems I'm bringing up. Cast a spell to keep our health up as well. Help fight off of the one thing. Yeah, I see our health stabilize more when we're getting lit up like that. But these enemies aren't really like that aggressive, nor do they do burst damage. In the next couple areas, we'll be able to see better. I see there's moments like that where we just literally hit one attack and the enemy just folds like a fucking sack of bricks. God damn, when we do an AoE, stuff's crazy. It's like right there. We had a lot of sustain there. I feel like if we have double attack or dark magic scaling, it might be okay. Sure, we'll go buff buddies. That might have been the thing that killed us last time, but sure. We're trying to see if we can have enough healing. I also think that will do it. When we make every enemy elite, double health bars all across the board, pain. Alpha says, my main is a dead shot, and my alt is a spell and claw. Dude, spell and claw seems like a very fun build to make, though. Yeah, to me, well, I think it'd be cool if there was certain things like that you could hyper manipulate, because that's the only thing that I feel like they could do with the Clawbringer that I would love to bits, that I think would like solve a lot of the things for him, is he kind of has weird things that can kind of work in this way if you perfectly synergize him with Graveborn, where like when you activate action skills, you detonate certain things. Especially with a lot of the builds, especially with a lot of the builds at this point. I think if you were to have a build to take all of your spell damage and put it into ability damage, that actually could maybe make your rack hit like relatively hard. Probably not crazy, but I'm not even sure. Because honestly, everyone's scaling for like damage has just been absolutely eviscerated when level 35 came out. Like normally when you see like 13k or 20k, that's good damage, and now it's not good damage. You need to do a stupid abundance of damage in order to actually make a dent, you know? I hate it. I hate it. Things convert to. I need to crit. The hydras and pixies have a low crit chance. Oh, I see. So that's why the SMGs and whatnot are a little bit better of a choice, and shotguns and such. Okay. Axiom says, "What is cryo permanency?" Oh, is that the? I think that's the shield. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, this is the shield that basically any enemy that's in the zone, this shield has a base built-in like a stun. Like it basically makes everyone cryo. That's what you mean. That's why we're freezing things, even though we don't have really much freezing. Yeah. Axiom says, "Oh yeah, I thought about it." And I think Graveborn and Stabbo is better than Graveborn and Berserker. I'm not. Hopefully, it would be, but I'm often wrong. So yes. Also, let's see. We do this. Yeah, we just lost. We just lost our fucking Graveborn thing because we didn't melee for 2 seconds. But we're standing in a death puddle right now, and now our health now yo-yoing again. Come on, keep meleeing. I mean, this is like, yeah, this is. I think it's because we're meleeing and we're like literally getting a heal. It's like just straight up from our healing or from our melee. Get this back. And melee. Yeah, and our little coil is helping quite a lot with just the damage amp, which is nice. Those are bombs. Again, there's still the problem like this, which is a bullshit. We could do one of these. I didn't mean to reload. Fucking shit. I meant to do this. Oh, of course. Yeah, I feel really weird when we take a knee. When we take a knee, it feels like we do no damage. Like I don't know what that is, because we didn't have a bunch of like scaling benefits beforehand. That's one of the benefits of Berserker though. Is Berserker, like, as long as you're doing damage, you're constantly can stay and fight for your life, which is nice. But yeah. We're gonna get down to 2 seconds again because of the fucking ultimate death nuke that we just ate. Yeah, no, I think it will heal pretty good, but yeah, like we have a lot of face tank right now, which is good just because of this melee weapon, which gives me some faith, but it still doesn't fix the problems of like having to be ranged. So I don't even know if I want to use this. Hopefully we don't have to use this electric coil, because there's moments like this where it just seems weird. It seems very weird, and you kind of need something that can detonate a lot of ranged things. Can we do this? God damn it! That latency. Like I'm sorry. I'm trying to cast my spell to heal, and there's such a huge lag. But in between doing that your character's just like, fuck it, guess I'll die, and it's so shit. Yeah, we're dead again. Yeah, so you still have that thing. I mean, there's moments where we have a lot of phase tank, but it just, it doesn't seem like it's a great solution. Again, we're fine at bossing. It's this weird mobbing limbo that's just... Well, again, it's not even that. I don't even know why these enemies are so brutal in comparison to, like, the enemies at the church. Is it because we made them elite? But, like, we don't have that many debuffs. We have a Buffmeister, but I think all of them are gone. Usually you're able to see the Buffmeister. Maybe we don't have enough phase tank, because, yeah. I don't know why these enemies are proving to be so damn hard to kill. And we should be summoning Ghostblade right now, so we should be having that, but I guess not. Now we can't hit those enemies there. We'll do this. Throw some more of these. Hopefully that will detonate Ghostblade again. Man, there's moments like that where you can't even get close to them. There we go. Yeah. Chuck more of these. It doesn't feel good yet, you know? Well, it feels good when you're not fighting against elite class, but geez, I don't know why they're so damn tanky. Also, I think, yeah, where Reaper of Bones just ended because we, yeah. Yeah. All right, well, I still gotta build stuff out, but I don't know if it's so behind in terms of health and damage that it's I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the path. Damage is not the issue, is the funny thing. Like it's not a problem of dealing enough damage. Although in that instance it was, I suppose. But granted, the weapon that we were using didn't have any sort of mods on it or anything like that. So interesting. I don't know how to patch the problem, but I'm also kind of like mentally exhausted because I've been doing this all day. Axiom says, what shield are you using? The lag is probably just because you are streaming. What do you mean? Like the healing lag, you mean? I don't think so, because there's moments where that, yeah, like every other game we've ever played, it's never happened. But maybe. I don't know if that's what you mean. I don't think that would be the case, but maybe. Alpha says, with Berserker, you can get a lot of health, then use Graveborn skills and do a crap load of damage with him. That might work, but it's the thing is, man, is that we're kind of, it's a thing where we're kind of kneecapped by the fact that I wanted to make a melee build and I wanted to use Reaper of Bones, which I keep saying kneecapped. It's not that hard of a kneecap. Like, we're able to get by. Granted, I sometimes feel like Reaper of Bones is literally pointless. Which we might end up going to Ghostblade if that is proven to be more of a thing, but who knows. Although I would like to keep Reaper of Bones, even just as like a thing that we can kind of pivot between, given what we want to do. But the problem with Graveborn is that there's so much value within this, and if you're gonna build him for like Blast Gasp and stuff, this detonates on spell damage, with cycling into ability damage. And the detonation of kill skills, there's not too many kill skills in here that are really relevant. There's more in Berserker, but Berserker doesn't still have a lot. Yeah. And we would need to kind of have a spell that we can constantly keep detonating. Granted, maybe that'd still be good. I just find when I tried to respec and go all the way down to Graveborn's Capstone, we ended up not having enough sufficient damage. But maybe something we could try, respecking and going down to Berserker, see what that's about. We could try that one more thing before we call it, even though I've said that before. Let's go down to, where's the weapon? I thought we did this yesterday though, and we could plainly see that it was not plainly, but it was a noticeable difference. Where the fuck is that? I hate the fucking UI so much. I'm getting tilted, dude. I try not to be that guy, but it is absolutely frustrating when it's just, Jesus Christ, just fucking fix the UI. It's so aggravating. And maybe if you were just had a build and you were running it, it's probably great. But just sitting here in this hell, it's just too much. Maybe we can't find it any other way. I'm trying to find the one that has this one. Is this it? Yes, it has Wailing. No, it's Wailing Banshee. Where is the cryo? Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. This one. Rampage and cost. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We have that equipped. Perfect. We are going to. This has Berserker and Stabmancer as a subheader. Perfect. Let's go respec and put a bunch of points into that in Berserker, because I feel like if you're gonna go down Clobberinger, I don't know if there's much value to be gained. If you're gonna go down Graveborn, I don't think there's much value to be gained in Stabmancer. You might as well go Berserker, I think, at that point. Granted, we don't get this, but this is also hella inconsistent anyway. I don't know. Let's get more ability to cast spells just to keep us having our head above water. We don't need that much damage amp, so we do that. Grab that. Get some spell damage on our thing. I guess we'll just really amp up our pixies. This is kind of a weird pixie, but I don't want to entirely make a full-blown pixie build, but we could try it. Do that. We have to use Reaper of Bones. I guess at this point, we're just looking for things to invest in, so we could... Or not really benefiting from that. We could try this. Sure, and also this and this. We'll go over here. We want to get all of this. Melee damage amp. Also, we want to get all of this. Base cryo damage amp. We could also get some damage reduction here. And because we have that capstone, we want to at least buy... there's a kill skill right here, I think, right? Yeah, kill skill activates enrage timer and also gives you more 3% of your health regen. So it gives you even more health regen. That should keep our one ward away. And I probably could have spread out my points a little bit better, like with this. But forgive me, this is just a general idea to see. Maybe you're right, because also I was doing... The reason why all my gear is cryo is because this is what I was originally building my character for. Axiom says, what shield are you using? It's the one that when your shield breaks, you get a ton of damage amp. And I find without that shield, it's a little rough. Although granted, we are going to try to use the other one. The one that gives you on kill skill gain... well, we could actually try a lot of stuff. We could try the one that gives us fire damage. But this is the one that I was planning on trying with that new dark magic blade, because it gives us a bunch of dark magic bonus. As well as melee damage bonus, which is nice. I think it's like 60 or 70 something, 75, plus movement speed, which is nice. Of our base damage because of melee and dark magic stacking on top of each other, and yeah. Granted, its passive effects are a little rocky, max health and max ward strength and stuff like that. But because we're using pixies, I guess we'll use this. We have the cryo one equipped. Yep. Let's run it. Let's try it. We'll try both, by the way. We'll do this. And we'll keep meleeing. Yeah, see the damage is weird with that one. We could switch to this and try to empty our mag and see if we can get some damage amp from this. We could also cast this. Quickly cast! There we go. Whenever we cast a spell, we detonate a kill skill, so we have even more regen, which is nice. Yeah, see, that works decent, but I feel like we're really playing... Well, no, see, our health still bobs a little bit, and when we try to cast to activate all those detonations of kill skills, it takes a little bit of time. I feel like in that time, especially for the Chaos Chambers, we might get nuked. Also, we definitely have to use this if we're trying to play with that build, because I feel like our pixies were doing nothing, but yeah. It could work. Maybe. It's not a bad idea. To me, I'm trying to think of, like... I feel like I want to see just if the other route can bear fruit before we jump off the bandwagon, you know? Also, does anybody know if the scaling amount of your dark magic damage has any input in the amount that you heal? So if you do a shit ton of dark magic damage, does it play any part, or is it just based on your efficiency? It's just entirely different. Like, dark magic damage is damage. Your efficiency for healing, or dark magic efficiency, is how much you heal. Alpha says later. Thanks for stopping by later. Alpha, sorry. Thanks for stopping by. Hope I can see you again. Oh, I said I was lagging in game. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it was because of. I don't know why I said that. What happened? Why was that relevant? I'm not sure. I believe you. I said it. I just don't know why. I said it. Ascension on the Graveborn side might give a ton of survivability. In the Graveborn's tree, the capstone, I never found it did. I found the most survivability comes from these two. In the Grave, but granted, this does give you dark magic damage, which is good because you can detonate that great deal. But yeah, it's one of the only things that gives you health too. Maybe that's worth it, but I don't know. Granted, again, if we were to, yeah, the thing is, we could also just try to go down here again and see what that would be. Go down Berserker. I kind of want to call it because I'm very, very spent. My brain feels like it's broken. But yeah. One of my saves suddenly went dead. I can't get into the game anymore for some reason. It's still in my save folder. Weird. That's not good, Axiom. I don't like to hear that. That scares the shit out of me. Berserker again. Invest in all of these. Invest in all of this. Invest in all of this. And then I guess we'll start to spread it a little bit thin. We'll go here. We get max health. That'd be nice. Kill skill might also be good. But also there's stuff like this, which I think is the best scaling in the game. So we want to get that. Also want to get this. We also don't care about that. Melee speed is nice, but let's not. I think this might be better for us because we need that healing, proving to be evident at least. Also, what's this? Percentage of your health regenerates. Ugh. Melee damage, movement speed. We'll get that. Perfect. Okay, now let's go over here. I don't think this will really benefit from this too much. Also, I don't feel like we just have such small cost for spells anyway that it's not entirely necessary. Let's go that way. Let's get a little bit of this. Get this because that's also more survivability, which is seemingly what we need. And lastly, we'll get more of this, a little bit of this to give us even more survivability. We'll get that to keep our head above water, also give us a longer thing if Reaper of Bones ever does yo-yo. And we have a couple more points to spend. Where to put them? Frost efficiency maybe. I'll put 2 points in here. Yeah, it's kill skill, so we'll be able to get a little more HP that way, get a little more healing. Now let's run it. Now that we're more into Berserker, because I think Berserker has a lot. Berserker kind of, to me, that's one of the few classes that to me blew me away. I think Stowmancer has more fun, gimmicky, like utility ideas behind it, like the fact that spell damage and gun damage takes like a sword and throws it into an enemy, which is pretty good. I finally understand that build now. Yeah, I forgot. Moxie made a build a while ago that affected off of spell damage, but I think he had a class mod that took spell damage and put it into melee and ability damage, and he went with Stabbomancer, which Stabbomancer was able to benefit from the spell stack's crazy scaling to put it back into melee damage, which gave his things even more damage. Also, I imagine that would just feed intrinsically way more into the thing. I bet you could plug that into a pixie build and that'd be great. Granted, they don't crit as much, but still, it'd just be a random good payout of melee damage, and also probably would. It's just another like sentry basically being in the air, which is cool. Let's equip Reaper of Bones. And let's do the same thing where we tried with this one. This one has a cryo bonus to it, so. And our weapons cryo, so that's going to benefit from that. We'll do this. We'll do this. And then we'll do melees. I think it's our second or crit hit, whatever it is. Yeah, see, that's Blast Chill. Blast Chill just goes in, whoosh, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes that's super inconsistent. Our healing looks pretty good though, which is nice. Yeah, see, our damage is a little bit all over the place. Let's do this again. Yeah, see, it doesn't have that same melting idea, which the Stabbomancer does just by applying so many elements. Let's do one more, run it back, but this time we'll use the chain, which again is I kind of like that our build didn't need the chain, but our build needs something else. Our build needs some sort of healing meta thing. I still, I do mess around with item data though, so I'm not entirely surprised. Somehow I got my save back. No idea how. Interesting. Hopefully, yeah. If you're gonna do something like that, hopefully back up your save file just to be safe. And one of these quickly. This. And this. No pixies. Nothing. This. Sometimes the melee, there's like a stagger effect to it. It's weird. Blast Shield just got detonated. Yeah, we do so many elemental procs, but it's just, in the grand scheme of things, it's sad because it's kind of like nothing. Also, I mean, maybe that is the case. Let's run it back. Sometimes blast chill is deceiving. Like, sometimes you get blast chill dent like 6 times, and you're like, oh my god, it's nuts. And then you're like, oh wait, no, it's lying to me. Son of a bitch. But no, I still think our best damage, or at least our most consistent damage, was the Spore Warden thing. But that might also be subject to weirdness too, because maybe we just got lucky on summoning a ton of blades, like Astral Blade things. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the last run. There is a video over at good old Brothers GRINN. A link in the description right there will take you to that channel. Essentially, it's just a quick TLDR update about the assault rifles buffing. You're just talking your ear off for 5 minutes. Pretty chill video, pretty fast. If it wasn't coupled with the long ass stream, I would feel bad about it. But yes, hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your night. I do think we'll basically stick with our Spore Warden meta. Although I think I will. I was really thinking I wasn't gonna do this though. I thought like I thought I messed around with like there's such a huge gap between Cryo and Dark Magic that I was just blown away. But maybe it was because our melee weapon was scaling off of Cryo, and now that we have a melee weapon that scales off of Dark Magic, maybe we can dig into that a little bit more. I think Axiom, you were saying that Dark Magic does scale off of. Oh no, I think I was a question for Plexi. Sorry, I was just wondering if Dark Magic. If the crazy perk that is Graveborn gets like a stupid surge of damage whenever he uses Reaper of Bones in combination with on activation action skill get Dark Magic damage. I thought that one maybe could apply. But then I guess what's the right configuration? Because I want that a perk, the one that gains damage based on melee hits, to be scaled into. So I get that one's melee damage too. That's quite nice. So we need Dark Magic. Maybe my shield. We might have to put a Dark Magic shield on, and put the one perk on. Because at that point we should have so much healing. Well, yeah, we should have so much Dark Magic healing that we might be able to face tank some things. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Golly, this was a lot. Sorry, I think the next stream, well, today's Friday, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow's stream will be Saturday. And for all the people who stuck around for the whole stream and put up with me just rambling like a psychotic mad scientist, thank you so much. Tomorrow will be our hangout stream where we can catch up, talk, and I want to get back to making streams that are just us shooting the shit, having fun, because these ones take it out of me. My brain's like, it's just like a fucking engine like that's on cloud 9 and can't, like, it's about to bust, you know? What class mod are you using? Says Axiom. Axiom, to me, we have a couple options. The one that we're currently using is the soaked one, which I believe is not the best. I think the best that we probably could use is the one that maybe takes like some of our melee damage and sequences it into our ability damage, or vice versa. Something that takes our spell damage and such and puts it into our melee damage, especially with Ghost Blade or Executioner's Blade. That might be good. But I think this one's good. Like it's kind of nice to have because it just constantly applies soaked. But granted, that's a good. Thank you for pointing it out. Actually, yeah, because I would have kept using this. This one doesn't benefit from you unless you're doing the one thing. So we'll have to find a new class mod. Unlucky. We also have this one though, which takes our melee damage and puts it to our spell damage and ability damage. Granted, we're not doing a ton of ability things with Spore Warden, so not great. But I guess we'll use this one. Yeah, it converts our melee damage to Dark Magic, which is quite nice. But yeah, the reason why this Tides class mod is less good is because you can just get a bazooka that applies Tides to a boss, and usually you don't need to do an abundance of damage, so it kind of works out. I forgot, that was also one of the reasons why we were using, cryo weapons. But maybe this Dark Magic thing will scale it up enough to where we can actually manage. Who knows? This is adding with an ASA enchantment. Okay, so you get 130 Dark Magic if you have 50 from Graveborn enchant, 50 from Dark Magic enchant, and 35 from the other ASE elemental enchant. Okay, 130 damage. Do you think that would be better than melee? So like I have melee damage on my spell right here. I've got like on action skill activation. It does melee damage, or do they override each other? Yeah, or tide spells. Good point too. But what do you call it? Do you think they override each other? Like on action skill start, does that consume the on action skill start of dark magic? A lot of questions. But yeah. Yeah, I know people were saying that, and I've never encountered like the on action skill stuff not stacking, but it might. So I'm still like on the lookout for like, is that what they meant? Is that why people were getting confused? And the soak class mod sucks right now. Don't use that. Oh, why? What happened? Lone Siget says, can't wait for the Hangout stream. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Tom. Bye, Lone Siget. Axiom says, a soaked rocket launcher is way better than the class mod. Yeah. It does not. What does that mean? It does not. It does not cancel each other out. You mean? So having like on melee damage here would not cancel each other out. Do you think it would be better having melee damage here, or something else? Or do you think it'd be better having dark magic, Graveborn dark magic enchantment, activation action skill dark magic, activation action skill increases all elemental damage by 35% when activating an action skill. I hope I said that. And then consecutive hits? Because I think the 40% damage on the melee is you think that's less good than consecutive hits? So like gain 10% damage each melee for a short duration. Because you can like line up like 5 hits if you hit like consistently. Yeah, I wonder what you mean by actually by saying it does not. It does not stack. Oh god, it does not stack with on top of each other, or it can stack. They both work in tandem. Okay, see, but they are specific buffs that are additive in different things. Okay. Do you think I'd be better off sticking with just melee? What's good, Mongo? Mongo says, are we building a yeah, we're trying to build a melee thing. It's a little messy because melee seems to not really be the problem. It seems to be health, like healing. Consecutive hits is the best melee enchantment for melee builds. Gotcha. So we'll try to keep that one and shave off this one then. So I'll probably have, I'll have dark magic here, Graveborn dark magic on one of these weapons, probably this one, whichever can attack fast. And then I'll have dark magic on this. Activation of action skill to get dark magic. I'll have consecutive hits on my melee weapon, and then I'll have on activation of enchant on action skill get elemental damage by 35%. You think that'll be the best outcome? The ASE enchants are best for other parts if I had to guess. Okay. Mongo says you also could try building a live wire. I know, Mongo. I'm happy to report that our build does work without the live wire, but our problem right now is healing. So I'm trying to shift all of our damage to, instead of being healing, or instead of being cryo, it's dark magic, because that was the one thing. Because we're being a bastard and we're not using going invisible, we're using Reaper of Bones to emulate a Krieg build. We're limiting ourselves in such a way that we need to kind of like face tank things. So it's a little bit of a nightmare. But we can also switch to Livewire and nuke things. But yeah, the one thing I find is like Moxie uploaded a build today, which is fantastic, looks really awesome and interesting, and it's incredible, just one-shotting things. But I am curious about how when you're playing it, how he deals exactly with the damage problem. Because I find when you're in any other environment, you're cooking, but as soon as you get into the Chaos Chambers, there's something about it that it just makes enemies insane. Like they just nuke you in 2 seconds. Especially if you don't have any sort of way, like you can't get a shit ton of health in this game. Not like you can get a shit ton of shield, you know? You can just get a primordial shield and you have 12k and be really tanky, you know? Whereas with like, you think with Graveborn, Berserker, or Stabmancer, there'd be some class that gives you a shit ton of health, like takes your entire shield and puts it in your health. But yeah, and if there is, it's probably going to be a shield like the Rough Rider, and it's not going to be able to benefit from on depletion like all the other good shields, essentially, you know? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I could talk to you forever, so I gotta stop because I'll be here for too long. But hopefully you guys tune into tomorrow's stream, which is going to be over at Twitch. It's just our hangout stream where we're talking about anything and everything. I'll see if I can make some more ground with this. I'll be enchanting rolling for probably some good time. Pain, but is what it is. hopefully I can see you guys in the next video. Also, if you go to the description down below, it'll take you to Brothers GRINN, which is our new gaming channel, in which I just uploaded a video of us talking about the brand new hotfix that was introduced to, of course, Wonderlands, as well as some good old hot takes, except not really. It's kind of like just based ground level takes. Anyways, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully I can see you again tomorrow over at Twitch. Thank you kindly, and goodbye, my friends.